Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome to Game Day with Heavy Cardboard, where we teach, play, and discuss medium and heavy strategy board games, war games, and 18xx. Today, we're bringing you guys Smartphone Inc., designed by Ivan Lashin and published by Cosmodrome Games. Cosmodrome Games also very kindly provided us with this review copy, so thanks to them for that. Welcome everybody watching live around the world, as well as after the fact. I'm your host, Edward Euler, and, well, some familiar faces and some new.
I'm Jess.
Andrew.
I'm Chris.
I'm Greg.
All right, so before we get started, big thanks to all our patrons that help make this possible, as well as a lot of y'all out there watching. Today, especially want to give a shout out to Brian L., the 747 of y'all out there. Without y'all, this isn't possible, so thank you to all of y'all. So Smartphone Inc. Jess and I have a fair bit of experience with this now,
Yes, we do.
going up against 3 rookies, so keep that in mind when you place your bets after the teach here. But that said, this game appealed to me leading into Essen, and I thought the idea of it, kind of an economic sim of cell phone companies, not a whole lot of games about that.
No.
I'm curious, real quick, before we get started, where did y'all hear about this?
So Essen preview.
Right.
Looking at it there, and then we saw it in the media room. And I wasn't sure about it at first. Now I really like it.
Okay, so there's that, and
I had not heard of it before your announcement about the game. So.
all right.
Yeah, maybe that or the last podcast.
Okay.
You
Oh,
heard
wow.
us, you were
Okay.
talking about it.
People were talking in the Slack channel.
Okay,
Yeah.
interesting. All right, well, for those that are here, wherever you heard about it from, I know some in chat, some people were talking that Rado's already done a run-through of this, so hopefully this will help one way or the other folks make decisions. That said, I'm going to bring the cameras down and the chat down for the teach, as I want to do. So if you have any questions, everybody else is going to be monitoring the chat, and they'll ask questions at the end. I'll be honest, it's a pretty simple game mechanically. It's very procedural, and it's very simple within the mechanisms themselves. It's just the depth comes from the timing of everything, honestly. So that said, y'all ready to get going?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? All right, let's do it. Jess?
In Smartphone Inc., players become a CEO of one of the largest smartphone producing companies in the time when smartphones were only beginning to conquer the world. Using good business decisions, players will set prices for their smartphones, improve production, develop technologies, manufacture products, handle logistics, and sales, all with the goal of being the most dominant and profitable cell phone company in the world.
All right, so over 5 rounds, which you can see up here, the game's going to take place over 5 rounds. Players are going to program their decisions about price, production, research, and expansion in order to earn the most profits and become the most successful company in the world by earning more money than their rivals. So it's all about making that money, all right? So what you guys are looking at to begin with here on the main board, as I pointed out, we have the top left, we have the round track up there. Then we have the phase track, so each round is going to have an identical 8 phases. Then on the top right, there's an end of round reminders. Then we have the company pricing, which is over here, which also determines turn order. This is going to become a very, very important part of the game. Then everyone starts at $5, and it's in current inverse order of victory points, all right, which I'll cover here in a little bit. We have the regions and markets around the world that players are going to be competing and selling their products to. This is the main part of the board out here. Then over on the right-hand side, we have the technologies and patents. The technologies and patents down here at the bottom. And then we have the production tiles or the improvements over here on the right. And last but not least, just off board, we have the victory point and turn order track. So right now, green only has 3 points, red has 7, and that is actually going to be the turn order: green, blue, black, yellow, red. And you can see that over on the pricing chart. That's the order in which we're going to begin the game at as well. Then on our player tableaus, everybody has a little player organizer, a little plastic organizer, and these have 3 different types of goods, or 3 different types of pieces on them. And actually, I'm going to go ahead and switch cameras, and I'll show you guys the different pieces. So they're translucent, but everybody has 20 goods or cubes here. Everybody also has 18 offices or buildings. I'm going to use those terms interchangeably. And everybody also has 12 progress markers. I'm never going to call these progress markers, I'm going to call them steps, because, well, thematically it makes sense, but also they, wait for it, look like steps. All right, everybody also has 2 action pads, a white pad and a black pad, which are going to be identical player to player, but they're different, as you can see, between them, and they are double-sided. All right, talk about those more in depth here shortly. Then everybody also has a player screen. So the player screen is only going to be used in the first phase of the game here. Has a handy dandy little multiplication chart if you need it. So it's there if you need it. And then everybody has a matching improvement for the company and the player order. So obviously I'm playing yellow, playing Suntech, based in India. You'll see that my improvement says Suntech on it. Easy enough. All right, so that's all the components that you guys are looking at. Now let's talk about how do you play the game itself. As previously said, the game's played over 5 rounds, with each round consisting of 8 phases. In the 8 phases, I'm going to briefly go over them, and then I'm going to go over all of them in depth. So the first phase is the planning phase. Players are going to use their 2 pads and possibly their improvements to plan out their turns. Then the second phase is the pricing phase, where all players are going to adjust their prices based upon how they set up their pads. So are they going to lower their prices, or are they going to jack up their prices, etc., etc. This is going to dictate turn order the rest of the round. This is extraordinarily important to be aware of. Okay, if you jack up your price, odds are you're going to be going later in turn order, so just plan for that. Then the third phase is production, which is real simple. Whatever your pads say, you're going to acquire that many goods, okay? Then production improvement is the 4th phase, and players are going to either gain an improvement over here on the right-hand side of the board, or a goods tile, one or the other. Then the 5th phase is studying technologies. This is talking about the bottom part of the board down here. Players are going to work towards obtaining new technologies, be it, games, battery life, Wi-Fi, etc., to be able to gain special abilities, as well as the ability to sell to customers who want those technologies out here on the board. Then the 6th phase is logistics. Players are going to expand where they can sell their phones, which we kind of have some things already set up as examples here. Then the 7th phase is the sales phase. You actually sell phones where you have a market presence, i.e. where you have offices at. And last but not least is scoring, which is the goal of the game. You're going to gain victory points for each phone sold and for the majority of market control in the various regions. Then, kind of unwritten, you're going to go through a or a board refresh, get ready for the next round, do that 5 turns, 5 rounds, whoever has the most points wins. So now that you kind of get the gist of what we're going to be doing in the game, let's go over it in more detail. So the planning phase. This is arguably going to be the longest phase in the game. Behind their player screens, players are going to use their 2 double-sided pads to determine the path their companies are going to take during the round. So positioning their pads must follow the following rules, okay? They must be perpendicular to one another, and they must overlap in some way. So could overlap like this, they're perpendicular, that's legit, that's fine. Could do something like this, something like that. One pad must cover the other by 1 to 4 little cells. It does not matter if the cells are blank or not. So this being a cell, this being a cell here, that's okay. That would cover 2, that would cover 4, That would cover 3. You get the idea, okay? Remember, these are double-sided, so you can do this however you want. Just, you can't do something like this. They must be perpendicular, okay? And what you cover and what you have uncovered is going to dictate everything that you do for the remainder of the round. So let's say I just do something like this, okay? In phase 3, players are going to produce 1 additional good for each cell that they have covered. Okay, so I have this cell. Even though it's blank, again, it does not matter. That cell is covered. I'm going to produce 1 additional good because it's covered. If I had it like this, I would then generate 3 more cells. Does that make, or 3 more goods because there are 3 cells covered. Does that make sense? Is that clear? Any questions on that? That's going to be really, really important. I'm going to cover all of the icons as we go through the rest of the phases. But in addition to the pads, players can use up to 2 improvements here. Okay, so these improvements, again, everyone starts with 1 of these, and they're going to acquire more, hopefully, throughout the game in a later phase. Well, improvements cannot overhang the pad. So let's say we did something like this. I could not then put this over like that because it overhangs the pad. I could overhang one of the pads like that, but it's covered by the other. It must stay within the boundaries that you set within your pads. Does that make sense? Is that clear? Okay. I could also do something like this, etc., etc. The improvements do not produce extra goods based on the cells that they cover, only if they show that they produce a good or 2. So for instance, going back to this example, this covers 3 goods, so that's going to get me 3 additional goods. If I also did something like this, the 2 that are covered here are not going to produce any bonus goods. So that's not 5, that's still just 3 because this is not a pad. Does that make sense? Now, it shows a good, so I will produce a good, but that's neither here nor there. The covering is the part that I'm trying to stress here. Does that make sense? Okay? All right. Any unused improvements, I don't want to use this round, I can flip this over, and that's going to be an extra good that I'm going to produce. So if, when we get to the production phase, which we're going to roll into here in a little bit, that's going to produce an extra good. So that would be 1, 2, 3 for the 3 that I've covered, 4, 5, 6 goods I will produce. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. All right. So that is the planning phase. Basically manipulating this bad boy to position, and maybe, let's say I settle on that. At the end of my first phase, once that's done, remember all of this is taking place behind your screen. Once everyone says they're done, aha, there we are. And the reason you're doing that behind the screen, realistically, we may or may not. You're going to be pretty focused on what it is you're doing. But the important thing comes into when we go into phase 2, which is pricing. So I'm going to go ahead and switch between the cameras each turn so you guys can reference going off of my pads and how I have these set up, okay? When we go into pricing, based upon the player's pad, each player will now set their prices. So if you look here, I have +1 price, down 1 price, which means my price doesn't move. So that means my price is going to stay at 5, okay? Whereas if I had done something like this, my price goes down 1, my price goes down another, my price now is set to 3. So literally, we're going to drop me down to 3. So that means I'm going to sell my phones for $3 a piece this entire round. That also means I'm probably going to go higher in turn order because turn order is going to be in that order. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Cool? All right. If you're tied on price when it comes to turn order, lowest in victory point then will be the tiebreaker. If tied in victory points, whoever produces the fewest goods that round then would break that tie. Okay? And I'll walk you guys through this for the first few rounds. It'll become pretty intuitive as we go along. We're going to move the players' markers on a pricing chart to their new price in turn order, left to right. So green is going to go first as it is right now because they're lower in victory points and we were all set in that. But as it is right now, I would actually go first because I'm lower in price than everybody there. Okay? Any questions on pricing? All right, let's move on. Next, third phase is production. Each player now simultaneously produces goods. So each good symbol produces one good. So how many do I get? I get 1, 2, including any unused improvements. So if I didn't use this, that would now be 1, 2, 3. And then each covered cell on their player pads produces one good, or so it's a maximum of 4 in that case, right? So as it is set up, I have 1, 2, 3, and I've covered one cell for a total of 4 goods. So you could either use the handy dandy little place on the player compartment that they gave you, or just put them here, I produced 4 goods. Remember that improvements that cover cells, so if I had something like this, I would be producing, in this case, I would be producing 1, 2, 3, and I covered 1 for a 4th good. Does that make sense? Okay. I do not get anything that I've covered there. 3 goods. 4 goods. There we go. It still would be 4 goods. There it is. All right. So 1, 2, 3, and a 4th one covered. If I had it something like this, it would be 1, 2, 3, and then covering 2 would be a total of 5 goods in that case. Is that crystal clear? I know I'm kind of beating you up about this, but it's really important to understand this. It's pretty simple, but it's important. Okay? Cool? Good. So that moves on now to the production improvement phase. So the 4th phase out there. And what that is from this point forward in the round, everything is done in turn order. In turn order is set by what? The pricing over here, okay? So everything is done. A player completely finishes that phase for themselves, then we move on to the next player for that phase. And once that phase is complete, we move to the next phase. And again, it will be completely done in turn order by the player. Okay, does that make sense? All right, so if the factory symbol, which is this one, is active or uncovered, then you get to take a player a product improvement. If it's covered, you don't. So if it's uncovered, you then choose in turn order one of these 5. These look just like the starting ones, except it doesn't have a corporation on the back, right? So you can use these on subsequent rounds on the turn after you acquired it. So obviously we've already set our plan for the first round. So when we take one in the first round, this is good for the next round. We've already produced goods. If you don't use it, it then becomes a good in subsequent rounds, okay? If the factory symbol is covered and not visible, you then get a goods token, which this is going to produce 1 good every round. It's important to note, you never ever lose these. You never use them up. Once you get it, you have it like luggage. You have it for life. It's forever. It's either going to be used on your pad or it will produce 1 extra good each round. Any questions on product improvements? Okay. I do want to stress that a maximum of 2 can be used on your pads on any given turn. Anything else not used, and you don't have to use both. You could use 1 or none. Become goods at the end. Okay, cool. All right. So not going to belabor that too much. We'll move on now to studying technologies. So the 5th phase, this is talking about the bottom of the board here. For each active technology symbol or purple symbol, players receive 1 progress marker or 1 step. So in my case, I get 1. However, maybe if I had planned a little better, if that was an important thing for me to do, and in this case, I would have 2. If it were like this, I would get 4 steps or progress markers. So I would then take those from my supply, 3, and there's 4 in this case. So now that I have progress marker, in turn order, players can spend any and all of their steps to study these technologies. So 4G, I'll be honest, I don't know what this one is. Battery life, gaming, Wi-Fi, and location services. That. Okay, moving on. All right, so the number shown on the patent in this white circle here says how many steps are required for a player to discover or to learn the technology. Okay, so on my turn, I have 4 of these. I could say spend all 4 of them here to then, okay, I discovered gaming, or I developed the technology for gaming. In that case, since I'm the first player to do it, I'm going to take this patent, put it over into my Tableau, and I'm going to score 8 points at the end of the game. No one else has that patent. Well, you notice it cost me 4 steps. When I did this, I will then take the steps off the board, put them back into my supply, and I'm going to put one of my office buildings here to show that, oh, hey, I now know that technology. Notice there are 5 spots. It's a 5-player game. There you go. So each player can only learn a technology once. Does that make sense? Now, in addition to the patent and the points that I'm going to score, each player now, this has already been discovered by somebody, it's now easier for every other player to learn that technology. It only costs them 3 steps. Okay? And that's the same for each of these technologies. It's going to decrease by 1 for each or for after the first player. Okay? But it could be that maybe instead of doing that, I chose to do 3 here. I will have learned that one instead. Let's put that patent back. And let's say I grab this one. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and put one down here on 4G for next turn. This will stay here until I've learned this technology, be it 6, or if somebody gets to that before I do, 5 steps. So they'll stay there in perpetuity until I have enough that I get an office building out there. That's studying technologies. In addition, though, you get a bonus, a special rule breaker for you. Now, some of these are on the basic side, some of these are on the advanced side. Honestly, it's to spice it up a little bit for me and Jess, since we played this a couple times. We'll go over what these are before the game. You know what? Let's do it now. Let's go ahead. At the beginning of phase 3, so whenever you produce goods, you produce 1 extra good for each of those symbols on your pad. So on my pad, for instance, if we had something like this, if I had that technology, this would produce 2 goods instead of just 1. Okay? All right. This one says all unsold goods transfer to the next round. Normally, you lose all your goods. If you didn't sell, you should have planned better. But this one says, nope, not anymore. Okay? The third one says all technologies cost 1 step less. So once you've found this, that's 3, that's 4, that's 5, etc., etc. Okay? This one says each of your logistics at the beginning of step 6, you get an extra logistics for that symbol. We'll cover that in a little bit. Then again in 6, we'll cover that, and in 7, we'll cover that. But that is the rule breakers that you're going to qualify once you have one of your offices on that. Any questions on that? That also qualifies you to sell to the associated customers out there on the board, but we'll talk about that when we get to selling. Any questions on technology? Okay, cool. Let's move on to the UPS step, or the logistics step. At the beginning of the game, each player has 1 home office. So for yellow, you'll notice it's colored yellow right here. Well, that's my starting office. I have no other offices in the game. You're going to want to expand, as you can only sell goods in regions where you have an office. Logistics helps make that happen. For each active logistics symbol or blue symbol on your tableau, you get a progress marker or a step. As it's set up like this, I would have 3 steps. So there we go. I would have 3 to be able to place out on the board. Following the lines on the board. So you can see that India is connected to China, it's connected to Emirates, it's connected to Australia, and across the board all the way to the Great White North, in Canada. This works just like how the previous step, studying technology, worked. The number shown on the truck is how many steps it requires for you to be able to place an office there, and having an office there says that you can then open it up and sell to those customers in that region. So, using my example from earlier that I have 3 steps in which to place, I could place all 3 here in Australia, and if I do so, I must place 1 office on the leftmost available space in that region. If there are no spaces, you cannot place an office there. Don't bother wasting your steps there. But let's say maybe I had 1 there from a previous round. I placed 2 more. That now completes this. So those will come off and go there. Well, they now daisy chain, meaning I now could go over to South Africa here and place my remaining 1 over there, and I'm halfway there for the next round. That makes sense? So you can chain like that. There is no reason to ever have a second office like I have here. That's just not allowed. There is 1 case If we were playing with this technology, this special ability, that would give you that, but we're not. So I just wanted to stress, you will never have two in the same region because honestly, you never need more than one to be able to sell in that region. Does that make sense? Okay, that's logistics. So now we move on to sales. We're producing all these goods. We're expanding our reach to all these places. Now let's sell. So in turn order, each player can attempt to sell all of their produced goods. I say attempt because, again, turn order. There are 3 prerequisites in which must be met to sell. In a 5-player game, there are only 2 prerequisites. They are, do you have an office in the region? And do you have available buyers in the region that want your goods? If the answer is yes to both of those, you can sell to those buyers. The 3rd prerequisite is there can't be retailers. Retailers are areas that kind of block off a region if you're playing with less than 5 players. We're not, so I'm not going to cover it tonight. 1 buyer, 1 product, first come, first serve. So going to, let's say our example is as it was, which means I produced 1, 2, 3, 4, and I covered 1 cell. That's going to be a total of 5 goods. So let's go ahead and try and sell these 5 goods. You must fulfill left or right within a region. Red buyers show the max that they're willing to pay. So if my price, let's say, we're at 5 and it's my turn, I could, looking at the max he's willing to pay is 3. He's not going to buy my goods because my goods are priced at 5. However, I sell 1 to him or her. I sell 1 there. Then I can move into the purple, and the purple doesn't care the price. They just want the latest, greatest technology. So what technology do I have? I have Wi-Fi. Well, nobody in India cares about Wi-Fi. So, or at least none of these customers care about Wi-Fi. So now I could go to any other region where I have an office. I cannot sell to South Africa. I don't have an office there yet, but I'm working on it. It's coming. But let's look at the Emirates. Emirates, they're willing to pay up to $6 per phone. Well, my price is at 5. Well, 5 is less than 6 or equal to 6. Therefore, I can sell to him or her or they or them. However, they're willing to pay 6. Doesn't mean they want to. How much are they going to pay? They're going to pay 5 because that's what my price is set at. No Wi-Fi. Okay, fine. So then coming over here, 4, I got to skip them because I'm charging too much according to them. So I can sell there, and oh, hey, now that I've satisfied this, now I can sell my Wi-Fi there as well. So I've sold all 5 of my goods. If I had any goods left over, they'd be out of the game, unless I had this, which in our specific game, that's active. Okay? That's selling. That's exactly how it works. Any questions on selling? Now, obviously, things are going to be a little bit different when we get into the next one, which is scoring. So let me set up a couple of examples here and indulge in, let's say people had technologies that qualified them to be able to have things out there. So we have that there and maybe there. And let's say I had gaming as well. And Jess had come there. Yeah. And one more. Even though it probably couldn't have it could have happened this way actually. And let's say there. Nope. We'll leave it at such. So now we go into scoring. Everyone's done selling or not selling, as it were. Now we go into scoring. So we're talking about yellow. How many goods did I sell? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 goods. What was my price? $5, that's $30 I made, so 30 points. So 10, 20, 30 points. That's pretty straightforward. However, now we got to go into region control or region scoring. So region scoring is going to be the furthest right office building shows how many points are going to be scored for that region. So for instance, in the Emirates, 2 points is up for grabs for whoever sold the most. Well, you'll notice here that Jess and I are both tied. Well, whose cubes are further to the left? Mine are. Ergo, I score the 2 points. Nothing for second place in that case. How many points do I score? I score 2. Doesn't matter that it's not my office, it's the furthest right office that scores. So 2 points for yellow in addition to the, what did we say, 30 that I just scored. So I would get 2 points for the Emirates, right? If I had here, down in South Africa, I didn't sell here. That means I don't get to score majority because I didn't sell, right? I think that's an obvious thing, but I wanted to point that out. Now let's go ahead and talk about India. In this case, tied yellow and red. Who's furthest to the left? Yellow. Both of theirs are to the left. I think. That's one ambiguity in the rules that's not clear. I think that's the case. And if Ivan's in chat and can clarify that, then he'll be able to. But as we've been playing it, yellow would be furthest to the left in this case. So yellow would then score the 5 points, but red would be in second. There is a secondary scoring. Red would score 2 points for that. And then here, again, yellow would score 5, and nobody else would score anything. Sell more goods, guys, is what that comes down to. But that's scoring. Then we go into preparing for the next round. All players take their goods back to their supply, remove any remaining improvements here, and refill back out from the supply. Notice this one. Everybody resets their pricing back to 5, so it always starts a new round at 5, and then move the round marker to the next round. Do that 5 times. Whoever has the most points at the end of the game, plus patents, plus any scoring for retailers, which again, not in a 5-player game, wins the game. And that's it. That is Smartphone Inc. Any questions locally?
Nope.
Nope.
Okay. Any questions on chat for you? Anybody that you guys saw? No, you can stay hooked up and just move. You're good. All right, cool. All right, so easy enough. All right, good. Then let's go ahead and help me reset the board here real quick, and we will get ready to rock and roll. I feel like I belabored the point about how the pads work, but sorry if I did a little too much on that one, guys. All right, so green, you don't belong there. Green, start there. So let's just make sure that everyone is in their starting home. Red.
That's my home.
All right, green, more offices.
Thank you.
Is the blue in South America the same as the rest of the blue?
Nope,
No,
it's
it's darker.
just a
Slightly
different
darker.
shade.
Yeah, there's a shade.
All right, so there's that. Everyone reset there. I probably shouldn't start with a good. Probably shouldn't start with a patent. I mean, I'm all for it. Don't get me wrong, but
I just wanna see
Handicap.
if I'm-
okay. Right, this one can go back to here if you'll put that up, and I will bring the chat and the cameras up.
Oh, I wasn't expecting that.
James, patents. Did you say patents? Just went onto my buy list. All right.
Okay, so
Just for
someone
that, there you
did
go.
ask if we can buy stock in Apple or Samsung.
No, we can buy. Let's see, Atlantis, Shooting Star,
Star.
Redberry,
Oasis.
and I'm Suntech. There we go. Those are the companies. There you go. But there's no stocks in the game. All right. So that said, we're in player order, but we start simultaneously. Everybody, place your bets now, and the amount of over/unders for Glory to Realms I'm going to put at 3.5 for tonight.
I'm betting at a solid 5.
See, and here's the reason I'm setting it a little bit lower is both Andrew and Chris, this is their first stream, so they might be a little hesitant. So,
Trying to get it clean.
right, yeah.
Some of the
All right.
patents out there, I don't know. That last one, that's going to be a glory.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
so
right,
here you
what
go.
was
Can
last
sell up to 1 good in regions without your office. So you can go in and that is nasty.
It is really mean. That's going to be some GTS.
This one, you can sell up to 3 goods without placing in a region.
But you don't place. That's not mean.
It's not mean, and it's kind of a
Saves
get out
you.
of jail.
Yeah.
Get
just
out
sell
of
them
jail
off.
free. You just
is.
oh hey, my pricing's at 8. I just made $24 without having to worry. But you lose majorities potentially, right? This one for every logistics truck, every UPS truck that is on your board, you gain 1 step of logistics for every plus on your board specific. Okay, so we ready to go? If so, set your pads for the first turn, guys.
This isn't the hard part.
Thanks, Adam. Oh, I like that. Adam says, good teach. Hashtag Team Jess. Thanks. Sell out.
Well, he knows where
But
to
that
go.
means you're a good teacher. That's what he's saying.
Right.
Because you're a great teacher.
Right.
There's more. Don't read it.
Okay, so that side of the table over there, the hidden guy, Andrew, on the end. The one thing that I will recommend is don't go too heavy on technologies, but don't ignore them. I did that in my first game to my own peril. So there you go. Getting the patents are nice, but not mandatory. Okay.
Right.
Okay. Okay.
I think this is my.
Oh, this is so hard.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate that.
Oh,
Really?
Oh, it's nice and cool under the table.
Is it? Yeah, well, there's a fan.
Yeah. Ooh, it's gonna be good to keep in mind.
I heard that.
I said no.
Oh,
Somebody else said
uh-huh,
it was
okay,
not me. No, it
okay,
wasn't.
all
Someone
right,
said
Uh-huh.
I said no.
Okay. All right. It's your lie. You tell it however you want.
All right, we need a mic decipher because nothing happened out of my mouth.
Yeah, I feel pretty good about mine. I'm done.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm
I've,
not.
I've been done since.
Well, you were looking while he was teaching. I was so jealous because I wasn't over here, and I was like, I can't see my back.
Y'all is for the drinking game. Nice.
All right. This brings me in at one.
Okay.
Am I the only one that's actually on camera fully?
Don't actually.
Do I?
I'm the only one that's actually like fully on camera.
Oh, well.
You're,
Oh, I guess
What?
so. I guess I can move this and no, don't worry
Oh,
about
for
it.
the okay.
Yeah.
See,
Don't
I'm
worry.
just trying to help them. They're taking.
Is
their
that- is
time
that
over
what
here.
you're doing
I
here?
am. I'm being a really nice person.
Okay.
Yeah.
Quick question, actually.
Quick answer.
For the improvement, I can partially, like, I could cover it, like,
Overlapping both of your boards, that's okay, but it can't overhang either pad.
Could it be partially under one?
Yes, it
Okay.
can be under, but again, it can't be under unless. Let me. Now I'm gonna forget how I had this set up. But if I had it like this,
Oh, no.
I could not do. You're saying like this
Yeah.
and like that.
Right.
That's legit. Yes, you can do something like
Okay.
that.
Oh.
You
you got a
can.
good
Because-
for that one that you cover.
I know you. I would get a good only because the pad covered it, not because the improvement covered it.
You
So
still get
that
a
would
good for
only
that.
be one for that, but that's it. Okay, cool.
Hmm.
Now I got to remember how the hell I had
That-
this set
that
up.
Oh,
makes-
good. That gives me time.
That changes.
That changes everything.
Okay. That actually didn't change much for me. I was just more curious.
Changes nothing.
Yeah,
I can
I'm
only
done.
do-
Final answer.
Oh, I can do one, two.
I did say this is going to be probably the long. Oh, the lookalike, John.
Yeah, John's in there.
So if you guys, if you're on Twitter, I would highly recommend.
Yeah, we tweeted it.
Okay,
It's
on
out there.
Heavy Cardboard, if you go back, somebody noticed. So John Weber, patron, Team Geek, just all around good dude. John Weber was actually holding Smartphone Inc. and looking at the game, and he looked spot on like this dude. It's eerie how much he looked like, and it was really funny. So. Actually, I'm stalling for Jess here.
I'm done.
Scott, the reason I say y'all so much, honestly, is I went to A school in the Marine Corps for avionics in Millington, Tennessee, outside of Memphis, Tennessee, and I picked it up in the 6, 7 months I was there. Picked up y'all, and my dad's originally from Texas, so
It's contagious now. I say it. Everybody says it.
It's a proper term. I'm just saying.
It's in the dictionary.
Yeah, I'm just saying. All right, so everyone's ready?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, the big reveal. All right, cool. There we go.
That's what I thought.
Do me a favor.
That's what I
and
thought?
Chris,
Yep.
if you can slide yours because the camera is
Oh.
just blocking. No,
Oh,
other way.
other
There you
way.
go, right there. Perfect. Cool. So everybody, and Jess, if you can bring yours.
Up a little bit.
These don't need to be on camera now, guys.
Oh, mine aren't. Haha.
Mine's okay. So I gotta go
Oh,
way over here.
I have failed as well. I have one job run the
One
stream, right?
job.
I know. Seriously. Are
Well,
you new?
actually, 5 jobs.
Yeah,
we just
whatever.
play the game.
There's that. All right, cool. Hey, Felix, we'll
There we go.
forgive you this time for being late. This time, Felix. Go ahead. We'll wait. Catch up.
Okay.
Okay,
Ready?
good. All right. All right, cool. So we are in phase 2 now. We set our pricing. We'll do this in turn order. For the first round, everything will be real slow. We'll do it systematically to make sure everybody understands it. After that, be able to do it a lot quicker. So Jeff, set your prices. What is your price?
I'm staying at 5 because I go down and up.
There you go. So then we go to blue. So Greg?
Same thing. Down and out.
Okay, staying
Or
at
up and
5.
down.
Black?
Black, I'm going down 2.
All right.
Don't
So-
do that. Why would you do that?
All right. And yellow also going down 1, going down 2, yellow going down 2.
You jerks.
And red.
Staying at 5.
Okay, so now turn order now changes. So turn order is going to, now we have to look at black and yellow. We come, black and yellow, black. All right, so we come over here. Black is lower on victory points. Black will go first, then yellow, then green, then blue, then red, because pricing is first. This is second. Number of goods produced would be third. Any questions on that? That really clear? Let's produce goods. So again, normally this will be simultaneous, but green, how many goods do you produce, and explain how?
I have covered 2 spots, not with my little bonus tile here. So that's 2 goods, 3, 4, and 5.
Yep. And we'll just go clockwise, so go for it, sure.
So I've got 2 covered here and 2 crates showing, so that's 4.
There you go.
All right, I'm also at 4. 3 black squares and 1 covered.
There we go. Okay.
I unfortunately am only at 3. I have 2 black squares and only 1 covered.
Interesting thing here I noticed, we all used our improvement tiles.
Yes.
Nobody used it for the extra good, which I just find interesting. So I'm at 1, 2, 3, and 1 covered, which means a total of 4 goods. And I want to show this off. So in the little compartment, there's a little cutout right here to where you can just slide them over as you whatever. But normally what I'll do is I'll just, there we go, there's 4. Good, boom, done. So that's produce goods. So now factories. Now turn order starts, okay? So starting with black, black does have their factory symbol shown. It's active, which means they get first dibs
Right.
on that.
About it a little bit. I think I'm going to take this double truck.
Okay, double UPS.
Double truck. Here.
I like technology, so being next in order and I have factory, I'll go ahead and take this one. So just set that off to the side. It's not going to do anything for you this round. Jess is up third.
And
Take
I'm
my
going to take the
consolation
opposite of
prize.
what I currently have. And
I'll take what I can get.
Oh, excellent choice. Now, everybody had their factory showing, so nobody got just the straight good. If somebody had that covered, they would have gotten a good instead. Okay? So that is the end of phase 4. Now we go into phase 5, which is technologies. This is again in turn order. Black, how many do you get?
I have 3.
3 purple markers, correct?
And-
So go ahead, you
Well,
take your
I'll-
entire turn.
I'll take my entire turn. I'm going to put them on the Wi-Fi.
All right,
So
which,
then that
Satisfies
satisfies that, so I get this patent.
correct?
Yes, you do.
And I get to put an office.
Mm-hmm.
You're an amazing teacher, I'm just saying. All right, there you go.
Well done.
Boom,
Alright.
done. Now, it's my turn. So, I produce 3 as well. But notice, it only cost me 2 to go there now.
This is true.
Tempting. But I do have... and you'll notice that it shows phase 3. We are currently in phase 5. So this would not take effect for this round, even though I have 2 of them showing, which I'm lamenting a little bit right now. But that means, am I going to fight for prices for that? Or do I go in a different direction? So Jess has 4 that she produced, which qualifies for both of those.
Maybe I want something higher, though.
It could be. You know what? I'm just going to go like... If I do that, though, the thing is I won't be able to sell location services. Now, notice I don't have any location services here, but looking ahead, I have 2 UPS trucks, which Emirates, but you'll notice no location services there, so they really won't come into play. Canada does care,
South
but it's
America,
cold, so you
China.
know what? I'm going to actually go ahead and start looking at
Gonna build
4G.
up.
And these 3 will stay for the remainder, and yellow is done. All right?
Okay. So this one's interesting. You're right. I'm going for one of the 4s. So I can go into gaming. I like games. Gaming seems good.
Okay.
Or I can get batteries, which I have currently where I am. Since I have no steps for trucks right now, I'm going to stick with
Ooh.
where I am. That's the only reason. Plus, I really like this one. So I'm going to take that patent, put my little building there,
All right.
and take my steps back.
Boom.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So that was green. Blue, you're up.
so that's a That's not the decision I wanted you to make.
Is that your brother in
my
there?
brother.
Is your brother in there?
Hi, Brian.
If you don't win, Chris, I'm going to give you a...
I'm nice.
Okay.
He was like, oh, don't say it.
Ooh,
It's his
this is
brother,
rough.
so we can just assume what that
Yeah.
would be.
Yeah. Childhood
I got
trauma
it.
stuff,
I have a brother. I
That's
understand.
awesome. That's awesome.
That's going to be good for me for later because I already have the plus symbols. And it's on a truck, so that's a guaranteed 2 trucks for me. I have 3 steps, so I can get it right now. But I also don't have... Oh, and batteries in South America. Oh.
Battery life.
Ooh,
is a big
battery
deal.
life. Yay.
Well, also, because battery life is also in the Caribbean, which is 2 trucks, which I have. So I'm going to definitely... But I only have 3 goods anyway. So maybe I want Wi-Fi.
Waiting for the Advil to take effect.
See, Felix, I like how it looks. I like how clean it
Hey,
is.
Vince.
Yeah.
How's China?
It feels very tech bro-y.
Yeah, and it's smartphone ink,
Yeah.
right? Like, I like it a lot.
I think it looks really clean.
Mm-hmm.
I know a lot of people, I'll be honest, when I saw this at the media room, I thought kind of the same thing at
Right.
S, and I was like, oh. But I was,
As you
all
play.
3?
All 3.
All right, so those replace.
And here's your patent, sir.
Thank you.
Well done.
All right.
Had a biggest choice.
But yeah, I got to be honest. I've enjoyed my plays of it. I'm curious about longevity, but we'll talk about that at the end of the game. So, all right. So we are now.
Yeah.
He's
I only
making-
putting down 1, but
Make
it
it
still
You
feels
count.
want
important.
to build up. You got to make it count.
Yeah, I'm behind the 8 ball in research so much, so I feel like I should go for gaming, but...
Because that gives you discounts on
Yeah.
anything
Okay.
that you get,
That's not
right?
bad.
Especially if someone procs it before you get to it.
Yeah, I got a gaming thing where I am already. All right, I'll just put 1 there.
All right. So there we go. So that is the end of the 5th phase. So now we go into logistics. So again, doing this in turn order. So going black, how many do you get?
I get 2.
Okay, so 2 steps.
No. Do it all out. I'm going to go into that.
Okay.
South Africa there.
Which means you
Which means I
then.
get in the back and I get
There we go.
office.
Boom, done.
Thank you.
And for me, I produce 2, and going up to the Emirates.
Get out of my Emirates. What are you doing?
Hey. Plus, there's only 3 offices that can be there. Obviously, if there's no spot for your office, you can't go there. So done. And Jess, how many are you producing?
1, because I have this, which starts at the beginning of the 6th round. So because I have a plus $1, I
There you go.
actually do get 1 step. I was gonna go to Emirates, but I don't like you being in there.
I don't like you being in there, so stay out. Get out.
Oh, I didn't realize that. Dang. I'm not
No,
changing.
I'm
but
going there.
What part of the explanation did you not follow?
I missed that 6.
Oh, okay.
That's when it begins. Yeah,
Right.
so
Yes,
5,
it's
when it takes
6s,
place, correct.
Yeah,
7.
and I just blanked on it.
Yeah.
For some reason, I thought it would trigger when you flipped it over.
It literally changed nothing for anybody.
No,
Oh,
I don't think, unless you had
I
gone
mean,
there.
unless you would have moved over to there. That would have been the only difference.
yeah, I still think that's a better option for me in the
Okay.
long run.
All right.
Okay.
Good. Done. All right. So that was.
Oh, so it's now me.
That is you. How
I
many-
do have 2, and I'm still gonna go to the Caribbean.
Okay. So place them, and then you get your office there.
Place. And pull. Good job.
Okay.
It's just so
And
far.
I have 4. I went all in. on
No,
that.
Felix, you're totally fine. No, just about the graphic
So,
design. I was apprehensive about it,
Oh,
but it's
Europe.
really clean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or no, sorry. Yeah, Europe.
Yeah, Felix, really just agreeing with you
That
with
was
that
the plan.
first initial, but
Oh wow,
Did you play?
had 4. Wow.
Yeah, I went all in on that.
he went for trucks. He's
But
happy with the trucks.
here's the thing. It's a large area, and look how many customers, and potentially, if
Yeah.
other people come in,
Yeah.
how much area scoring
and
is
even
going to be
at the
worth.
base-
Yeah, the more people who go
Right.
there. So.
Yeah.
As opposed to, the Caribbean's only worth 1 point, as a good example, right? So that's it for the logistics. So now we
Yes.
go into
Sell our
selling.
goods.
So, Black, you're up. Sell all of your
So all
goods.
my goods. So,
And you have how
And
many?
regions that
4.
you
Okay.
exist.
and I'm selling for 3. So, let's wrap my head around this. This guy only wants, so I can sell to.
Cannot
max-
sell to
there's a
that.
max price to
Correct.
ring a spouse.
There you go. So
5
there's
and
1.
And I have the Wi-Fi, so I
Yep.
can sell there. And then I'm selling for, this is, so that I can sell the
Both
Both
of
of
them. In
those.
fact, you
Yes.
must.
Yes.
If you're selling in this area,
Yes.
and there's no reason you wouldn't, because otherwise you're not going to sell,
can't
you
refuse to.
must sell left or right, remember, starting with red, if you match in their price
Yes.
range. Okay? So, you're done with selling. We'll calculate how much when we get to phase 8. So now it's up to me. I have 4. So, I'm selling at $3 a piece. So, I'm definitely going there. I'm definitely going there to go ahead and take that. Now, so that's region scoring. I'm guaranteed on all of those, and I know the yellow's a little hard to see, so we'll actually move these up to the top there. And that's all 4 of my goods sold. Done. Green?
All right, so I am going to sell here and here.
Let's
And
move.
that is all the technology I have, and I'm not in a different area. So
How
these
many
goods are
goods?
going to go away.
Oh, wow.
Well, you know, you do certain things, you can't do other things.
There is that. All right. If only you had...
You can't
That
get 2
one.
technologies on a turn. That's not a thing.
You
well, I
could.
could have gotten these 2.
You
but
could have.
No, I really couldn't have. Doesn't work that way.
All right, so blue.
So I'm going to sell the 7 because that is less or more than 5.
Yep.
I'm going to sell down below to 5 and to location services. GPS. Which is a much better way of putting that.
Yep.
That's 3 sold.
There you go.
3 goods I had.
Okay. I have 4 to sell. I'm the only person in either region, so it doesn't really matter. Oops, sorry.
So yeah, I guess so.
So
You're at
it's a
5, right?
Yeah.
So 1.
It's like with 2 in each.
Okay. And cannot sell to the 3. Cannot sell to the 4. That's everyone that can sell. So now we go into this. So we'll do this again in turn order. Black. How many goods did you
I
sell?
sold 4 at 3, so 12.
10, 12. And go ahead and do your
I'll do my
majorities as
majority,
well.
So 1 here and 2 there.
1 and 2 for a
So
total
3
of
more.
3 points. You're at 20. Welcome. All right. So now yellow. Yellow, I sold 4 at 3, so that's going to be 12 as well. And then majority here at $2, and majority, or at points, dollar, same thing. 3, 1, 2, and 3. Running away with the game. And green, you're up.
Sold 2 at 5 and plus the majority there, so 12.
Okay. And then we go blue.
I sold 3 at 5, so that's 15.
Okay.
And then I have majority in those 2 places for 3 more points.
1. And we new leader in the clubhouse.
Well,
and red.
until.
Sold 4 at 5, so that's 20, and then I've got the 3 and the 2, so that's another 5.
Amazing teacher. There we go. So that is essentially the end of the round. But now we go into this stuff. So everybody gets their cubes back here.
Thank you.
All right. Any of these would wipe, but there are none. So
So they did, but
yeah, we took care of it for the game. There. Reset the prices at 5, please. And it will
I
the
guess the
order
turn order
the
should
order
change.
will be green, black, yellow, blue, red. And go into round 2. And here we go. And remember, everybody now has 2 of these that they may or may not use. If you don't use them, don't forget you get a good that's on the backside of it. Okay, so, right. Don't forget they're double-sided.
I'm surprised that the reception of the puns in chat.
Ba-dum-bumps.
Yeah.
Well, we could do. Oh boy.
Yeah.
It's more than I need. Okay.
Actually,
I've got to go there. So that's not. There's none of those, so I don't care about that. Oh, what if we did that? Ooh. What do we think? That's not terrible for this round? No, that's not what I want.
Feeling your pain.
Okay. Oh, there we go.
That's me today.
all right, I can't touch it anymore. You guys need to hurry up so I don't have to fiddle around.
Right? Because you keep going
Final
and then it
answer.
takes
Done.
long.
I'm
Same.
happy
All right,
with
let's
it.
go.
All right.
All right.
Whatever. Yeah.
We're all disgruntled.
Yikes.
Oh my God. All right.
That's a lot of blue.
Things have happened. Wow, that's.
It's something. Let's see.
All right, here, bring it up. There you go. There you go. All right, cool. So, next thing is pricing. So, green, what's your price at?
I have 3 covered. Oh, my price just +1, so 6.
And same with yellow.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, black first.
Black.
Sorry.
Black.
+1, yellow's +1.
Plus-
Okay.
one.
Oh my. Yep.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
I'm
Blue
ultimately -1.
Okay. You're
and
first.
red.
-1.
All right.
All right. So blue and red. So here,
You're
blue
gonna-
will be first, then
Yep.
red.
And then these.
Yeah. Well, I guess it's because we already set the order. Yep.
But yeah, black and yellow. Yep, that's exactly it.
Wait.
Because black is behind
Black,
yellow.
yellow. Wow. I am wow.
Too bad. Oh, sorry.
Really? Really?
Well, you scored too many points. Plan better.
By 1.
That's
Okay.
what you started out with.
You're right.
That's the
That is the
difference
point.
between
Yeah,
you
well
It
done,
really
Black.
is.
You're like, that
Yeah.
1 point gives me that
Wow.
leverage.
This
It's going to be fun.
I'm
Hold
glad.
on.
I'm glad I did that. I
3,
didn't go
3,
too low.
5. Hold on. I'm trying not to panic at the moment.
You'll see how it plays out.
All right.
It's not going to change now.
So
I think I'm safe. Okay.
Calculator
All right.
goods.
So blue, how many are you producing?
oh, sorry. Oh,
Go ahead.
6. 2, 4, 5, 6.
And
Because these are
because
worth
those are worth 2
double.
each. Good call. So 6 for blue. Red, how many are you producing?
2 covered, 2 crates, so 4.
Okay. Next, green.
3 covered, 2 shown, 5.
And 5 for black.
And 5 for yellow. 3 covered and 2 shown. All right. So that's it for producing. Factories. Blue, you got yours shown. You do not. You get a good. Red.
I also
I think
Nobody.
everyone.
Everybody.
So
Wow.
it's
All
We'll
around.
dish 'em
just
out.
take some
Opposite
goods.
You get a good. You get a good. You get a
Yeah.
good. I get a good. Wow, everyone. So all these
Bailed
here,
on the factories.
That's
all of
hilarious.
those
White.
are out of the
The,
game.
the first round, we all
First round,
grabbed
they were
one.
good.
And
Second
then, all right, technologies.
Technologies.
Ooh.
All right. So I want batteries.
Do
I'm
you?
not even gonna bother. I have
So
3.
3.
3?
Yep. So go ahead.
Put your house there. You're good.
I just-
Red.
I am putting 3 more on the gaming, so that'll finish it.
There and there. I'll
Get
trade
your
you
patents.
for.
Okay, thank you.
That's what I want.
So now everything will cost less.
1 less.
Okay.
I have 5, so I'm gonna go up here.
I was sweating this. I ain't gonna lie, a little bit.
You knew I was
Put
gonna
'em-
take.
put 'em-
Oh, sorry.
no, here for
You want
Jess.
those up?
Here, yeah,
Okay.
just so folks can remember.
See all my patents.
And then for me, I got 3, which
Oh.
finishes.
Hold
Oh,
on, I'm
I'm
gonna
sorry.
go
I
first.
apologize, Chris.
That's
Sorry.
okay.
You know my last.
I know. I- 5 players, not 4. 5 players.
I think I'll get in on the gaming one here.
All right.
My stuff there.
Oh, you're. I didn't
just
mean
have
to
one.
overlook your one.
My
I
one
apologize.
Big step there.
So my 3 steps completes 4G. Woot.
Uh-oh.
So now I can sell one good in regions where I don't have an office, which means majority scoring. And I'm last, so I get to cherry pick a little bit. So that's going to be kind of interesting, I think. So that said, we now move into logistics, starting with blue.
All right, so now that I am in that spot, and because I have this plus symbol, that is a total of 4 movement. I'm going to move with my 4 all the way up into the US of A.
Nice.
There he goes.
Nicely done.
Did it? Yeah.
All right.
Okay, I have 3 trucks. Yeah, I think I'm still going to do this. I'm going to use all 3 to go into North Africa.
All right. And then after red is green. Jess?
I'm going to add one here and here. And this allows me to go into Emirates.
And then Chris?
Let's see. Let's think for 1 second here.
So, to answer the question, Luke, he says, I'm not sure if this got answered earlier, but is there any option for randomizing with extra boards like Teotihuacan? Technically, these are all double-sided. So, 1 side, 2 side, and they are different. And you could technically move them around if you wanted to, although the symbol wouldn't match then. But other than that, everything else, other than the actual tiles here for the...
Those change. Yep.
but that's it.
All right.
So far.
So I have 5 logistics points I'm going to use. 4 of them to come from Australia, also into the USA.
Oh,
Nice.
To
bummer.
keep there. And I think they'll...
Hi, guys.
Yeah.
Hey guys. And then the last one I'll put in Canada.
Yeah.
All
Oh,
right.
wait, I'm not worried, though, because I'm going to sell there first.
Game of
You are,
Thrones.
but for now.
Well, I mean, not for... I'm going to block you out.
So there
A lot
are,
of trash
I
talking
can
going
sell
on
these
I
here.
like this.
Yeah,
so
it's good.
I have
It's gonna avoid
2, and China has one of the largest markets in the world, and they've been neglected thus far. But we're going to do my best to fix that, possibly soon in the future. So there's that. All right. So that's it. Now, sell some phones. Blue, you're up.
Cool. So,
Reminder. How many do you have?
6. I'm going to drop 3 here, 4, 5, and then 6. And then I'm going to drop 1, 2 here.
Because batteries.
Yep, and 4.
All right, that's all your goods. Well done. Red, you're up.
So I have 5. I will put 1 in North Africa on the 6, since I can't do the 3. And with the others, I can just put 2 and
Yep.
2 and 2.
Yep. Because of this, I'm just going to remind you of that to let you make your own decisions of that now.
That's only 1 though, right?
It is
Yes.
only 1.
Yeah.
Well, I guess 2 and
So
2
2
won't
for
matter,
taxi.
right?
Yeah.
So you're at 4. So there and there and there and there. That's a fair point. Okay.
Mhm.
And Jess?
Yeah, that's why I made sure to cover up what I did over there.
Okay, so I have 5 goods. It's $6. You took my spot there, but I can do batteries, and I think this is like a early point of sale.
No, that's the touch-to-touch thing. You touch the phones
Oh.
together and you can swap
Oh, it was that
contacts.
technology. You're right.
It,
Yeah.
it didn't last.
Yeah, that great
No,
technology.
'cause no one did that.
I'm pretty sure that's what that is. Don't quote me on that.
Okay, now we're gonna check. It's fine.
I think that's what they use now to for credit cards to authenticate them with the little Verifone machines.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I think that's what that is. It's not the chip
Okay.
technology.
I don't think any of them are actually listed. I
No, they
think-
don't list it. Somebody, if anybody knows this,
Yeah, I'm really curious what that little kind of double N
because
is.
somebody at Rolling
Is
Con said that it was an early point of sale, but I don't know that
okay.
they were certain either.
All right,
so.
Black, Chris, you're
Oh,
up.
okay. Sorry. So I'm selling...
He's riveted by the
2.
discussion.
Yeah, we're like, what is this?
What is that
Signal?
technology?
What is
So I got
this?
6. I'm selling 1 at 6, 1 for my Wi-Fi. And then I can sell a Wi-Fi and...
Oh, I have one
South
more.
Africa.
Wait a minute.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I can't place this.
Is that why you didn't place it?
Right, but I sell one
You can
I
sell
don't
it
So
off
just
to
set
the
it on there. There you
Yeah.
go. That's
Oh,
what
yeah,
we were
that's a
doing.
very
That's what it
clever.
was. That's
Then I'm
what
gonna
I was
put
doing.
one more.
She knew.
I was on it.
And USA.
I wasn't
I
distracted
have
by
one,
the
but I
icon.
get to keep it till next round.
Oh, so you're not
nice.
worried that you didn't sell.
No, okay. So I have 5, and I'm at $6. So we got 1 there. I do have 4G, so potentially there, but. Oh, uh-oh. Turn order matters, I hear.
I've been told.
Wow, really? Is that it? I guess that's it, right? Because I'm not in China yet, so I can't do anything there. Don't have anything else. No get. Wow, that was dirty.
Well, you can
Did you use
still.
your one special?
Oh, right,
4G?
and there is that. I forgot about that.
We shouldn't be reminded.
Well,
I think
Fair terms are we
last
would do that. Yes.
there is that. So I'm looking at 4G and any high value. So I could, but looking at this, I want either a region that doesn't have anyone sold in. So here's the. I'm going to assume that I can sell in a region that has no, but region scoring is not going to score because I wouldn't have anything there,
yeah.
right? So I'm looking here to see if there's anything that's at second places yet, and I don't think anybody is. So literally, it's just the
Just
ability to sell.
Mm-hmm.
So it
6.
really doesn't matter. So I'm not going to do any kind of foreshadowing or anything. I'm just going to come up to Europe and just say, hey. So,
Hey.
all right. Done.
All right,
Okay, so
scoring.
now scoring. So blue, how many did you sell?
I sold all 6.
So
that's-
24.
Nice.
Okay.
We'll
And
do
majorities?
I have 3 majorities, so that's 4, 5, 7 points more.
7 to 53. Done. And red?
I sold 5 at 4 each. That's 20. And majorities, I've got the CIS for 2, Europe for 3, and then the second place in North Africa.
Nope, no
Nope.
second place yet. It's still
Oh, right.
it's
Sorry.
still first.
Yeah.
Nope, no worries. So 5 points for that to 57. All right, green.
I sold 5 at $6 each, so 30, and I have majorities in the Emirates and North America, so that's another 5.
And to 50. All right.
That was a pretty
Black.
big jump.
Black sold 4 times 6, so 24. Plus
20.
another 3 for Australia and South
47.
Africa.
And I sold, and Jess, did you get this one as well?
She did.
You did. I counted
Okay.
it as well. Yeah.
All right, so I'm at how many? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Times 6.
4? Really? Ugh. 20 and 4. Majorities, 2 in India. Cool. 2 in India. So yellow and black.
Right there.
Aye.
Bringing up the rear.
All right. It's all right. Hey, you notice these
Yeah.
though. So as time goes on, all right. So now everybody get your cubes back, your goods.
Thank you.
Yep. I figure it's a long reach over there. So for those watching at home, is it making sense? Are you able to follow along? And for everybody here, you guys, it's clicking pretty well.
Yeah.
All right, these get wiped, so we get 5 new ones. We need to reset everybody at 5 and change the turn marker, please.
I do. It won't matter because it's gonna.
Yeah, it's going to change anyway. We'll put that up to 3.
Interesting.
Something like that.
There we go.
Alright.
And don't forget, if you don't use these, they're extra goods, okay? All right. Oh, hey, hold on. We don't have, hey, there we go. So, a moment before we go here. So, 240, maybe, not cooperating.
248. You want
Oh, I went too far.
It was cooperating.
We're on a delay here.
Oh, there you go.
This is making great TV. There you go. So, Brant, cheers. Thanks for becoming a new patron. Thank you very much. All right.
Ooh,
Cool.
My coffee got really cold.
All right, so now we're. What am I even trying to do?
Good question.
I need. Oh.
Okay,
I could do that.
you could.
'Cause I
Do you
only need
want
3
to?
of those. Do I need 3? No, I only need 2. Yay!
Both of those.
That's important.
And I only need 3 of those, which means 2, 3. 7. Yeah, I think I do. Because I only need the 3.
No.
Oh, shoot. Might be worth doing that.
Oh. Where's that?
Oh, I don't need those.
There's something.
This is maddening. Oh, what if we did that?
Oh, wait.
Oh. Okay.
No, stand. Ah!
Okay.
Yeah,
In that case.
right?
All right.
Final answer.
Sure.
Yeah.
You ready?
Let's see what happens.
We good? All right.
I truly just stopped because you were done. I just was gonna
Okay. All right.
could keep going
Okay,
forever.
so we go into pricing. So, Red, where are you at?
Up 1 to
Down
6.
here, blue.
4.
Okay, green. You're going up 2.
I'm going up 2.
I am going down 1.
And I'll be penultimately last, I think, so I'm going up 1.
Oh boy.
Okay, so here we go. Blue and black. So black will go first,
And blue.
then blue.
It's between these
Then
two.
red, yellow will go before red. Oh, that's not so bad. And green, bring it out the back. So
So you want
actually
me to
do,
put
Goes
there you go.
forward, yeah.
There you go.
And then like that.
Cool, there we
Okay.
go.
It's easy
Right.
for less.
Yeah, all right. So now
So we're
produce
producing
goods.
Should we go in order? Black, I'm producing 1, 2, 3, and then 3 covered. So 6.
And I'm producing 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And I'm producing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1 covered is 6. There. And red.
I'm producing 1, 2, 3, and 2 covered. And
Have a
this
good one,
is
Reda.
6.
And I have 3 covered, 2 on the board, and these, so 7.
Okay, so now we're on to factories.
Factories. I have
And
one.
Everybody has one.
Not
That's
one
great.
this time.
What is this?
You
Well, ebb and
sheeples.
flow.
All right, right.
So,
So which one would you like?
which one do I want?
All of them. But which one do you can you have?
I think I'm gonna take the second one down, the truck and the increase.
Jacking up the price.
I'll start making money.
Right.
Let's That's the one I wanted because it synergizes.
Synergize. Synergy.
I like moving.
Moving is good.
I'm also the only one on the GPS, so that bottom one appeals to me, but I don't know if it appeals to a lot of other people.
Oh, that gives you extra good.
Yeah.
It does.
But I already have it, so I don't know if I want to double up.
But if you're going to sell goods cheaply, you better sell a lot of them.
Yeah, no. I mean, that's how it works, right?
That's kind of the.
Right, yeah.
That's kind of how that does.
If you're gonna be
Go.
bargain basement,
Economics.
you better, right. Says low
Don't
price.
sell a
whole
very
lot.
little amount of cheap goods.
Well, if I take this one, I mean, that's not like it's taking action from somebody else. But nobody has this
Gotta
but
spite
you,
someone.
so
All right.
I'm basically limiting
Blue, yellow.
two people to
what
the
do you
same
want?
choice.
Better life
that's
choices.
a good move too. Now they're stuck, right? They're getting what they get.
I thought the same thing.
Yeah,
There's two of those. I don't want one.
You know they're talking about us right now. Like we're gonna get stuck
Done.
with the same.
Hey,
Really, you wanted
Oh, there you
that
go.
one?
You have an
Yeah.
option.
Now you have a choice.
I'll take the identical one.
Okay.
Oh.
Same.
No, and just FYI, and maybe I'm giving away too much, but so be it if so. My thinking was I'm about to hit China here this turn, so I have a huge market now. At least right now, at this moment, I will have it to myself, although I have a feeling as soon as I go into China, I'm going to have company. But if I do, then...
But wouldn't you want to be cheaper there because they're 2 and 4?
Oh, understood. But at the same, I go first before red. He's my only threat to it right now, realistically.
You only have one technology though, so
Yeah.
you're going for the
But I'm
4G spot in 2, 4, and 5.
Right. Just,
Wouldn't you want to lower your price? Not up.
well, later on, I'm saying later on. That's why I didn't go with the logistics technology. I'm not, or the improvement. I didn't say it was well thought out.
He's
Kind of
there
like
was thought.
cheap, and you went for price up. I'm just saying.
All right, I already
Oh, did you? Sorry, we're in technology.
We are
let
on
you,
technology.
Never mind. Black, you're up.
Oh, black.
just didn't want to interrupt you.
Made 3, and I'm gonna put 2 of my steps down in there, which will
Kill that one. But it'll then make the next one cheaper.
give me a gaming technology,
All right.
and then that means I can get this one for 1.
Correct.
So I'll put anything else there.
Well done. Blue.
I'm just going to take my 3 and put them into gaming, and
There's your house.
there's my house.
You.
And I'm up, so I get 2 steps. So my 2 steps are just going there. And this kind of ties into what you were saying, Jess. All my unsold goods now, I can
Belong to
wait.
you.
Yeah, exactly. All my unsold goods belong to me.
But they don't transfer over at the price they were at. They
No,
transfer at
correct.
the
But
new-
I'm just producing goods, and if I don't,
Just trying to help you. It's okay.
okay.
I only make 1, but with the gaming reduction, I
Doing
can,
gaming. Oh no, you're doing that one.
He already has
Everyone
I already have it, so I just
Yeah.
get that for 1.
This Wi-Fi is catching on.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, because you have that. Right. Well done. Okay. I'm putting 2 there and going
Oh.
here as well.
Oh no. Well, I better sell all 7.
We don't have to. All right. So now we go into logistics.
Okay, I got 3. I've committed 1 to Canada already. It's a shame. I guess I'll drop the other one off there.
That's funny. Scott says this is a good gateway game for those guys that can't stop playing on their phones during the teach and half of the game. That's kind of funny, actually.
Shaz is freaking me out with the cell phones are taking over our brains.
Right.
Though maybe that would let me sleep sometimes. Do I get to sleep while it does its thing?
I'm gonna move into the last spot in the Emirates there.
You don't have to
Oh.
We'll close it out.
Oh wait, I can't do that anyways. Well, I don't know what I'm lamenting.
in the future.
just for the heck of it.
Just
Oh,
because-
Oh shit.
Yeah, contact there.
Oh, well.
I guess.
Could move to North Africa because that would be an interesting.
don't do that. Why would you do that?
Because I'll get first. Because I put my things down first.
No,
pay
it's a good
attention.
idea.
Yeah.
And plus it'll
Plus
give you
it'll
second
give-
place. I'm fine with this.
I was gonna go
Yeah.
first there.
More majority for me.
Well, we'll see. The red player will get second because he'll put the 6 down.
I also
Or the
have.
Wi-Fi down rather.
Uh,
'Cause
right.
I'm going to take 6 in batteries
Potentially, if you go there.
if I go there.
It's fine. I didn't want majority scoring anyway.
Ugh, I did.
All right, so I'm up. I just get 2.
Your house is
So-
crooked.
Organize your house, all right? So 2 logistics, that finishes up China. And it's mine and mine alone
Enjoy it.
until it's not.
Have fun.
Okay. Andrew?
Fred should
alright.
come down there.
Yeah, I think I gotta start making a move. I'm not there yet, but
Getting
almost.
ready. Getting ready.
For at
Making
least
the
one
moves.
turn.
It's hard to get into China.
Not really.
No.
It's right next door to
I could
India.
get in
Yeah,
there too.
It's
Simple.
right. Yeah, right.
It's only a couple
But that's it. I
connections.
mean, the starting places are
Well,
like this for a reason,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Well, if you
Right,
get
that is
into India,
interesting.
next turn you can get
Yep.
into China.
This is true.
All right, green.
Oh, we
I'm going to
already-
finish up
I don't know what
Europe
I'm
with
thinking.
my 3.
There you go.
Going
T-Rex
Thank you.
arms.
I do have some.
Yeah.
There you go. I'll let you do it all. I'm in Europe. I like Europe.
All right. So we
So
are
that's
now
it.
selling goods.
All right. Let's see.
How many?
I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 7.
Phew.
So this guy will buy my phone for 4, and I have the gaming technology. So that'll.
No, you can't. Oh, yeah, he buys
Yeah,
it for
the
4. That's
gaming.
right.
Yeah.
Cooler last time.
And then
Ooh.
I think 5 more, so I can do 1, 2, 3, 1. Let's try that. Is there something over here?
All right.
Night,
have a good one,
Tony.
Tony. Take care.
I need to do 4.
Hey, Dead Squirrel. Been a while. Hope
You
you're
want
doing
well-
well.
Batteries, yeah.
It's basically,
Get
do
it.
you think I won't sell
Go
my
with
7
Dead Squirrel.
elsewhere?
Right, but you can't go in here, can you?
I can.
You have
Gaming.
gaming.
And you do
and
as well.
That's it.
Yes.
Right? So
You can take
relatively
Wi-Fi.
safe with. I can, but I can also go down here.
Oh, yes.
I can sell to in Australia.
You got to start with the red
Well, I'm
first.
gonna go both of those.
No, I'm saying you got
Oh, I
to
can
start.
sell
you go.
4 and
Right.
6. Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Must, in fact. Remember, it's got
Yeah.
to go left then right, right?
Thank you.
Okay. So that
I
is
think I thought
black,
that
right?
correctly.
Yep.
Okay.
Who was up?
So I'm going to 4.
I got you.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
7. So I at least get the region points there. So I'm not going to get. I mean, if I can't sell my goods elsewhere, I will come back here for the gaming.
They'll buy them, but
Yeah, but there's no point because I'm
Not
not going to get
majority.
region points there. Here, however, as we discussed,
That's with a full teach, too, Scott.
yeah, because the most anyone else can do there is 1, so that's me.
don't forget about his Edward's special ability.
The most
Oh,
anyone,
But he's not in there.
the most
I
anyone
don't
can
have
do
to be
there is
but
1.
I can do
You
one.
couldn't be there if you wanted to.
I have 3 left, and I can sell them all, so I'm going to. Boom. Sorry. Batteries and
We go.
GPS.
GPS.
You got it? Okay, cool.
Nice.
All right.
Of
And
course,
I'm up.
I'm all over
Nice
there.
job.
So 6. Excuse me. Sorry about that, guys. Still working on this cold. So if I go here, I can sell it, but I'm last in the because Jess would then go there. So what? I'm at 6. So we'll go 1, 2, or at least 1. Then we have no Wi-Fi, but we have 4G. There's 3. I guess there's 4. And then one other. Looking at this. So black is done, right?
Black's done.
I can't go South Africa, can I? Grr. So red and green.
yeah.
you?
Because I'm at 6. Oh wait,
have
I'm
Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi. Hold on, excuse
There you
me.
go.
I will
Take
go
that
there.
point.
Take that extra point.
Nice
Don't
point.
mind if I do. And I think because red and green are both up here. Red's up there, and there's no second place. I already got that. I don't really see any other advantage to going anywhere else right
Where else
yet.
can you go?
I guess I could go to Canada. Actually,
you
But you don't have an
you
office
already
here,
spent
right?
your
This
thing.
is your bonus.
no, I'm saying instead, but
Oh,
it's a
it's
wash.
that's the
So
same one.
this
Oh,
one,
oh,
I will just hold for next turn, thanks to that. Done.
Okay, well,
Hey, human affectation.
need
All right.
to
See you when you come back from Squirrel.
Okay. So,
Chipmunk.
Chip, not Squirrel.
Dead
Chipmunk.
squirrel's throwing you off.
Yeah,
It's
it
chipmunk
totally
mode.
was.
Hmm.
Yep.
And I think
Here.
human affectation's Robert. If I'm not
should probably put 1 over here.
You got to get second.
I get second at least, and I 1 over here at least.
Which 7?
Yeah.
Because
Yep.
you can't do
Yeah.
five.
Because I can do
Yeah.
5. So the question is, does it matter where the other 2
Well,
go?
if you sell them at 6, that's good, but
Yeah, I mean, I want to sell them. I'm trying to figure out if it matters. I don't think it does, but so I'll just throw one in Europe.
I was going to say, you want to put one on Europe because she's got these 3.
Oh, that's right. She gets all 3. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I want to put a third there, and then I'll put one over there.
Does the game come with unlimited minutes? Well played,
Haha.
Felix.
All right.
Hold on.
Got to pay 20
quick.
extra bucks a month.
What?
All right. That was on purpose. There you go, guys. All right.
A moment. Okay. So I can go here. That's all I can do there. I can go here. Oh, I'm not even gonna get. Oh, I will get second.
You'll get
place there.
second, yeah.
That's good. And I'm not gonna get majority up there. That stinks. But that still lets me sell everybody.
There we go.
Oh, wow.
That's
So
fine.
that is really good.
Okay, so everyone's sold. So black points.
Points for black. I sold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I sold 7 at 4, so 28.
28. So there's 30 back 2. Got it.
Okay, then we're going to add 4 and for USA, 2 for Australia, and 4 for the Emirates. That's another 10.
10 more. Well done. All right, blue.
7 at 4, so it's 28. And then I'm going to get 1 for Caribbean, 2 for South America, so that's 3. I'm going to get 5 here, so that's another 8.
8 to 89. All right, and yellow. So how many did I sell? I sold 1, 2, 3, 4. Looks like 5 at 60 is 30, or 5 at 6 is 30. 1, 2, 3, and let's see. I get third. I'm pretty sure that pays nothing. 2, 5,
And 1.
6. So 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. And rojo.
I sold 6 at 6. That's 36. First in CIS, that's 2. First in Europe, so then 3. So
Well,
that's
it's
5.
4 for
4
Europe.
now.
Or 4, sorry, yeah.
So that's 5.
And then second in North Africa.
6,
which is-
7.
Yeah.
7 total. Congrats. You're at 100. Give me one more good, please.
Here you go.
That'll be ready for next turn. Okay. And Jess.
I sold 7 at 7, so that's 49.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Back 1.
And then I got majority in Emirates, or second in Emirates, which is 2.
1.
Well,
And to the shock of
1
exactly
point.
0 people, Jess is in the lead. All right. Cool. So now take your cubes back.
I'll just wait. It's probably smart for me. Wait.
I'll put these back to 5.
I can take the ones from the center at least.
And don't forget, did anybody save any goods other than me? Am I the only
I
one?
did not.
I did not.
I did not.
You're the only one.
Okay. All right. So we get, oops, 5 more.
In there, but I
You know what? Let's do it this way. Right there. There's a method to the madness. Trying to keep symbols.
try to
Oh wait, we could even. Let's go this route.
No. No.
There we go. Keep all the symbols together. Try and sort of one of them pick whatever. It worked for me in my head.
All right.
Reset to 5 done, and we're into the 4th round.
4th round it is.
Whew. All right, here we go. Yeah, sorry about that with the cold. Squirrel and company. The compressor is coming, I promise. Okay. So that's what I absolutely want.
I haven't looked at my things yet.
It's gonna be risky, but I think it's gonna pay off. Oh, it might be.
What if we did that? Oh, there it is. That's what I was trying to do.
Ow, 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 ow. I only need 4. Yeah.
Oh no.
Right, seriously, right? Yeah, that was horrible.
Evil laugh.
That was terrifying.
I'm really happy about this.
Okay.
Oh, that even gives me more than I wanted.
Why?
Oh, so good.
I have no idea if this is horrible or great, but oh no.
Oh, but there's only 4. We're so enjoying this. I don't need all these, but I need a thing. Nope.
Let's hope for the best.
You know what? I'm
I
done.
just don't like the confidence coming from my right at all.
Race for second.
Is there a way I can? No.
Sell them all for 9.
Hey, Kimber Bell. All right.
Okay.
We're done?
Yeah.
All right, reveal.
Oh, a lot of plus signs. You can see on
All right, so we go into, well, we're here, so
two.
pricing. So yellow, you're,
Yellow, you're up.
yeah, because I'm in last. We're going up 2.
Up 2 for yellow. For black is also going up 2.
Blue,
Blue.
Down 2.
Interesting.
bring yours over a little bit.
Oh, yep. You gotta look up to see
All right, red.
Up 2.
2 looks like. Green.
Up 2?
2 as well. All right.
Wow.
Up to 7 and.
So blue is first, and then
That should
there
be
we
right
go.
that way.
This,
Yellow,
this
black.
better pay off, or else I just screwed
then
myself
red,
up.
then
Agree.
green. Yeah. You better sell a lot.
I got 10 to sell.
Okay,
Sounds
so
good.
it
All
sounds
right,
like
let's
you're
make it
producing
so
10,
we're
right?
making 10.
Yep. 4, 5, 6.
And I'm producing, I covered 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I think that's it, right? Yep. So I'm producing 6, and I had 1 carried over from last turn, which gives me 7.
All right. 7 for black.
Okay.
Yep, and I've got 7 as well. 3 covered, 4 showing.
I've got 6.
All right. So that's it. So
Okay.
factory-wise, blue.
I got
Yep, you
one
get a
of
good.
these.
So for me,
You guys both get goods.
Yeah.
I'll just take it now.
so it goes me then Jess. So we're the only 2 taking them, huh?
Try to put
I can make a case for every single one of them, but I like this one, the good and the bump in price, so we'll go with that. Done? Jess?
Oh, it was just us.
Yeah, we both took it.
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna do. Trying to track or attack. I don't want to attack at this point, so I'm gonna do this one.
Okay, and these are gone. Okay, so then we go into tech,
All right.
which starting with blue.
So I got 2 steps. Oh, the only thing I can really afford to get into right now. So I'm gonna join everyone in Wi-Fi, and then I'm going to. Oh my God, I'm in a lot of things.
You're
We got 2
in
left.
everything
But the-
there. Yes.
I'll just
There we
do
go.
that.
And for me, I want to be able to sell without having to place in a region. I get 4, so we'll just go ahead and do that. Done.
Black. I'm gonna side.
Right?
Yeah, I'm going to go join you, Edward, in the
Okay.
mystery end symbol.
All right. Yeah. Right. No one in chat has said what this
I think I
is.
saw it go by before.
Oh, did they? Okay, then say it again.
Yeah.
Following everyone else, going to that weird symbol as well.
Well, we're all selling 3. Time to sell.
Will you people
Hedge my
stop
bets.
that?
I'm the only one who is in there again. Oh boy.
1, 2.
That's really cool, though. Watching people like how they're watching, like one person on a S9. Kimber Bell says she's on her phone. Human affectation. We're on a 65-inch
wow,
TV, right? It's TVs like that make me hate that camera.
I'm gonna go here.
But yeah,
Looks great on my cell phone.
right. Yeah, right. Exactly.
Oh,
Right.
so he
yeah.
can see that I have a Band-Aid on.
Right. Yeah. Oh, totally. Yeah. All right. So we're done.
Done?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Logistics.
Truck.
We don't need no stinking logistics. We're in China.
All right. So I got 4 movement.
Nice.
I'm just gonna throw myself down where I want to go.
All right. And you are already in North Africa, and that connects, so you're good.
I'm also in America.
Yellow chooses to not perform any logistics this round.
You chose that, did you?
Okay.
You have 5. Yikes.
I do have 5.
Look out.
You can just run right into China, and then have 1 left over.
Okay. Andrew says the funky N is near
that's what I
field
was saying.
technology.
She doesn't connect to
Oh wait.
Near field communication, page 16 to 17 of the rule book.
Rule book.
Thank
wow.
you, Christopher
Okay.
and Andrew.
Thank you. It's for the thing with Verifone, right? You
NFC technology.
Yeah.
So I assume that's what it is. And Kimber Bell, what the heck is near field?
So
Right.
basically what it is, your phone has a chip in it, some
Yeah.
of them, which when it connects to a thing that responds to it, it will trigger whatever it's supposed to trigger. In iPhones and Android, they have Apple Pay and Google Pay. In Verifone technology are the little pay pads. Usually you put your credit card in, but you can also
Oh, is it my
just
my
put your
turn?
phone
I
out
don't
up
know.
to it.
Okay.
Oh, Edward
There you
chose
go.
not to do. It's my turn. I'm sorry.
Right.
Yep, it's you.
I was gonna say it's thematic for what the special power does. I guess if it sells goods. Where should I go?
Oh, without
yeah, they are
placing in a
thematic.
region, you.
Because
Yeah.
4G gives you more reach.
Right.
The batteries gives you more longevity, more
Right.
logistics.
Sorry.
The games,
The games.
Yeah.
You can be at the office and longer, and you
Right.
can be more
You're
productive.
definitely more
Sure.
productive.
Put my 2 there.
I'm actually maybe the other side's more.
Okay, I'm gonna complete my connection to China with my
Yeah,
one
I
truck.
figured it was coming, but I was trying to will it
Alright.
not to be. All
So
right.
1 truck, so you get
shouldn't
your
start
3
building.
steps back. Oh my goodness!
And hey, Eric, I think it was 50-50 on the Sparkle shirt. I'm just saying. All right. And NFC is also what makes Amiibos?
Amiibos.
Amiibos.
Amiibos?
the Nintendo
For the
things.
Wii,
Oh,
there are these little
okay, yeah, yeah,
figures.
yeah.
Yeah. I didn't think about that. I never-
That makes sense. And the what was it? The Skylanders. Those things did-
Skylanders
yeah.
and Marvel had the one
Yeah.
thing. Which
Right, that was a
just-
huge fad.
Yeah. All right, sell. Oh, go for it. You guys are on it.
All right.
I tried to be.
Selling.
Oh yeah, I gotta go first.
Sell
Which
away.
is literally
Sell
my
away.
whole strategy, so it better work. All right. Oh, cool. So I have 10. 1, 2. I'm doing it backwards, but that just makes it easier for my life.
Yep.
Is that overkill? Possibly. I'll revisit that in a second. Because if I do these 3 here as well, nobody can go there. Oh, that's why I want there, because then who's next? Yellow, black, red. So red's next. Red will get that, and can't do battery. Need that. Okay. So I think that's
Pretty
what I want to do.
dominant.
Floral's in this year, I hear.
Such
So.
a lot.
Sparkle shirt. It's actually
Sparkles as
floral,
well.
but the codec was having a real hard time. It made
were
it look like
shiny.
it was
He's so
sparkly.
shiny.
So if I have to go to right.
That was on
3,
accident.
2,
We could have played the Moana music. Shiny.
so then you can
Jazz
get
hands.
red, and you can't get that one. So, is it better to dominate that? Because the most you can do in that is 2, right?
I can only do 2.
Yeah. But the most
3
Jess can
and
do is
2,
3.
Yeah, 3.
2.
But you're going first, so you're not going to let her
But
have that.
He's focused on China now.
Sure,
If I'm
but
fighting for second there, I might ignore it.
North America. Yeah,
Done?
It is.
Final answer?
yes, because 5 there is better than fighting to split 2 and 2.
1, 2, 3, because I'm overpriced as far as China goes. I disagree, but I digress. I will go there. Gaming. Who's it? Black. Black is in gaming, and black is yes.
Yeah, everyone's at 7, so the numbers
Okay.
don't matter.
All right.
Except for right there. But you don't care because no
Yeah.
one's fighting you.
Yeah.
Hi.
That's fair. That's fair.
So,
You can put 1 in, so you're going to have to do the 7, I guess.
Yeah.
or we'll go there.
Sorry for talking
He
out
has
loud.
the, yeah, don't do
No,
this.
no. It wasn't that. It's the same as Australia. It's 6 and 1/2 dozen of the other, and there are less locations in CIS. So, so there's my one freebie, so to speak. So done there, done there. I could do one more here, and it does. You know what? I'll take care of my home area and not sell
Make him happy.
random places. And I could choose to keep it, but I like not to. Done.
Okay.
All right.
All right. I have to put one there to fight for
I know, Bryant, when you go out of chipmunk mode. I
second
love
place.
chipmunk mode. So good.
Now we just sound high.
Now we're just
Hey,
like,
man.
yeah, now it's
Oh,
time
yeah.
to please.
I'm gonna fight for America here.
I think you're fighting for second there.
Yeah, there's 2 points.
But he's fighting.
But yeah.
But he's
Yeah.
fighting.
Put up a fighting chance.
I mean, if you got to put the cubes down, put them down. Right?
Right. Glad we got the NFC thing figured out. We did.
Yeah. And now we can sleep easy.
Right. Everyone can. Right.
Just remember, when you
Not
use it next, think of heavy cardboard.
Does anybody ever?
There you go. All right. Next time you go do Google Pay or Apple Pay,
Do you have any of these?
NFC.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
It
It's
is.
here.
So
So
there you
both
go.
were right. Even.
Right.
Yeah.
And my last one.
How many?
No one else can transport. Only other way.
Luke says hearing Americans say Australia is the highlight of the stream. I've
What?
been there. Luke?
Australia.
I know how to say Brisbane.
Yep. I've been to Rockhampton or Rocky. I've been to Catherine, which I'd be impressed if Luke knows where that is.
All
My
right.
cousin currently lives in Australia.
There you go.
Yeah.
So,
Done, Luke. Make that happen.
2 there.
Australia, once per
2
stream.
there.
I can throw that in and put it on, make it on topic. That should be
Australia.
that. There's an
Are we
Easter
saying
egg.
it wrong? Are we?
No. Just that,
Hold on.
that, it's, that it is mentioned is.
Oh, that's it. They're just happy.
So there's an
Yes,
Easter
we
egg
can
for
do
this stream only. Everyone now knows.
All
Here at the
future
table,
streams.
all future streams. My goal is to fit Australia into every stream.
Okay.
Let the whole
Luke's in
go.
Brisbane.
Oh yay!
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Not Brisbane. It's Brisbane.
It's Brisbane.
I know.
You can go to CIS.
I was there during the State of Origin
Wireless
games.
and gaming.
That was
Wireless and gaming.
amazing.
Okay. I
I
wasn't sure.
Yeah. 2 are gonna go into Europe. Wireless in the near field. 1 goes in North Africa. Because why not?
Because, you know, sure.
1 goes in China on gaming. Because why not?
Oh, we got another.
I see.
Aussie.
But I think everything else is blocked. So I just will put the last one over there.
Okay. So then, Jess.
Yeah. Thanks for leaving me all those spaces to go in, guys. I really appreciate it.
Well, I mean,
Well, when you have these 2, though, it's less important.
Right.
Unless
Not
it's the 5th
super-
round.
This isn't that great because I want to sell them while I'm up, but it's fine.
Right.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
Fine.
I definitely like going
I
first
can go
and
here.
just being like, well,
So I will.
Yeah, that was gross.
I can go here.
the problem is, even though I definitely got majority here, and I definitely got majority here.
right.
Well,
But you're making less money on the actual phones.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
we're gonna see if
Is
it
it
pays
worth
off.
it?
I don't know. I
do
didn't-
that, so I will.
No.
Is there anything else I can do?
I made less points this round than everybody.
No, I already went there. I can't. I can do 6, yeah. Or I can wait.
Big spread.
That is a wide gap.
Yeah.
Yep.
Made it really hard to try and catch you guys.
All right,
when
give me 1 second since you.
everybody
all right,
is.
It's 7. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I was worried I was the only one who's gonna be
So
7.
that's 5. No, everybody's at 7.
We'll shoot for stars now.
You're close. Red.
But it does mean if I go up at all next round, because I'll probably be last in points, I'll probably go first. If no one else goes down.
Ah, there is that.
Playing the long game.
All right.
And the long.
I'm gonna go
Because
there.
then the next time I do, I won't be able to do the 10 goods
Take
without
the
these.
dollar hit.
America.
Oh, I made a lot of mistakes.
All right.
That's it.
All right,
Ah.
Scoring.
here we go.
Go for
Blue,
it, guys.
your honor.
What did you
Okay,
do?
so 10 at 3 is 30. Just really hard math.
10, 20, 30.
119. And then I got majority here, so that's 5 more. Majority here, that's another 10. And majority here,
Oh,
so
10
that's...
total.
Or 10 total.
Got it.
That's 15.
5
Total.
more to 34. Got it. All right, yellow. You'd think I should be keeping track of this, but got enough going on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
49.
Yep, that'd be 49. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and back 1. Join the party. And then majorities. What do we got? Second place here. Womp womp. First place here. So that's 4. First place here is 4. That's 8. And there is another 10. 142. Leader in the clubhouse
All right.
for a
Black.
moment. Black.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Tracks of 49.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and back 1. Let me get one more cube.
Oh.
All right.
All right. Let me add up my. I got 1. I got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
You didn't say
Okay.
So then I got
You're
2
fine.
less points.
that. Yep.
So 6.
6.
All right.
How about that? It's lost 2 points.
Before you counted it.
Judges? No. Okay. All right. All right. So red, you're up.
Oh wait,
Wait,
you
how
couldn't
many-
sell there.
You couldn't
Yes,
sell
I
there?
can.
You're selling for 7, right? This
Yeah.
is the maximum price they'll pay.
Yeah.
I can sell for less. That's why I was here.
No, you can. No.
I
It's
you
the other way
could
around.
do-
You're thinking it's backwards.
I got it backwards.
2
No,
more
so
points
this one
for
doesn't
black.
even. Good thing I did that because I was about to cheat. So that goes here.
Okay,
This
so
is-
So it's sold one less. So that's 2 more
for
points
me.
for.
Yeah, you
Oh.
still get your 2 points, and I can't be on the board with
You
that.
can't sell that one.
So, but she gets
No.
to hold it. For
I
Right.
do get to hold it,
Okay,
which is
cool.
good. I caught that because
All right.
I would have given myself 6 points.
Good
I
job.
scored it.
Glad you caught that.
I caught myself.
Red, you're up.
So 7 for 7 is 49.
Which
Uh,
conveniently puts you at 149.
49. The leader in the clubhouse already.
Let's see. So I'm second in Europe, which is
That'll be 2.
2 points.
first in CIS for
4
2.
total.
Nothing
Nothing.
and nothing North Africa.
So 4 more.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, and 4. Done. And just
5 at 7. So 35.
35. So
Yep.
1, 2, 3, and 5.
Second place in North Africa.
That's 2 more.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm saying.
Really?
That's
You
it.
only sold 7?
One, I sold
No,
5.
5. Right. 3, 4. Wow.
That's
Very-
what happens when you go last.
very
and I
interesting.
come
Yeah.
in to all
Wow.
the spots where she's at, and I go, no.
Yeah, going last.
All
is
right,
rough.
get your cubes back. Yeah, that's in a 5-player game. I did try and stress that to
Nice
everybody,
round
though.
coming up.
Yeah, we are going into the final round, so we wipe all these. FYI, so guys and gal, these don't matter
Because we can't use them.
because you're not going to be able
Right.
to use them. So technically, you skipped this phase in the last round. So anything with
Hand me the red cubes.
What do you need?
Can you hand me the red cubes?
Oh,
They're
yeah.
on the board.
So anything, your factories are useless. Now, Ivan, the designer, did say that they have something coming for an expansion that is going to do something for this, for in-game scoring type stuff. So just know that I'm just putting this out because we see all of the tiles just so everybody could see them. But other than that, it does not matter. We reset at 5.
How will we resolve turn order for us?
Okay,
Back
so
to
it should be blue, green, then black and yellow. We're tied here. If we're tied on pricing, it will be whoever produces the fewest goods. So we don't
So
know
it
how
doesn't
that'll
matter
be.
yet. We'll
Correct.
figure it out.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Fewest goods will go first.
Correct. Between you, you and I.
Yeah.
You and I.
Where'd my... Oh, there they are. I need my babies. My still on screen? Good enough.
Yeah, you're fine for this part of it.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't need any of it. Oh, I could use that.
Nope.
Guess I want this one.
Okay. It's got to be that.
Okay. Too risky.
Wait. Okay. Oh, there it is. No. Yep. Maybe. Final answer. I'm not going to overthink
No,
it.
not yet.
Okay. Oh, I appreciate it, Christopher. Thank you very nice. Said, hi all, just finished watching Teach. Great job as usual, Edward. Appreciate it. Put a lot of work into the Teaches. And a little bit pulling the curtain back. Greg actually helps a little bit in pulling sheets out so you guys, for my notes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, because he's sitting right across from me. Try and keep him off camera. Movie magic and all that.
Oh, wait.
I don't know if this is a good move.
I have no idea.
I know, this is...
I feel like I'm making a colossal mistake.
Wait and see.
Yeah, we'll find
That's
out.
good, yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
even
we'll see.
know. Okay.
Yeah. I think...
I know I
Colossal
want to do
something.
that. I only need one. Oh, I only need 2 of those.
Because...
So do I do that?
Oh, Edward, you got a yellow cube
get
on a
5.
Oh,
yes.
now it should come out. Thank you.
1 and 3, that makes no sense.
I had 7, right? 49 went. Yeah,
Yes.
Jack one I did. Right. Okay, cool.
Ah. So do I do that?
No, don't do that.
I don't know. 1, I only need 2 of those though.
I will say that I really like this aspect and how hard it is. I mean, yes, you can AP over the permutation,
There's-
permeation. The variety
That's
of,
fair.
there you go, of options that you have, but
1.
so one of the things I want to point out to folks on the backside of this one, the 4G here, one part of one of your improvements can overhang. If you want, it could. That's the backside, but we found that we weren't using that one a whole lot, so I wanted to try something different. And this way you can sell somewhere you're not, just something different, but it gives you one more, instead of it being potentially, I don't know, what, 6, 7, 8, 9, gives you +1 spot, or +2 spots, actually, for overhang stuff.
So I need 2.
Yeah, John says figuring out how to program the pad is so good. The decisions.
It's killer. So that matters not at all. Nope.
Oh, actually, Kimber Bell, I have taught Clans of Caledonia, and I'm not sure if Rob has finished the teaching notes and made those available for all our patrons at the $10 and up level. I'm not sure. And that was really nice, what Luke said. Says, when I first planned to play Root, I discovered Edward and his teaches. I was basically able to walk straight into a game with an experienced player and pick it up without any learning.
Yeah.
Mission accomplished there. That feels good. So on that note, I'm doing a live teach Friday in front of like a dozen tables live. Like, it's funny. I'm used to being live on camera and teaching in front of a group here. But all of a sudden doing it in front of a room full of people has me extraordinarily nervous about it. So I talked to Cole the other day, and I talked to Andy Mesa and Rand, and both of them have taught the game a lot, and obviously Cole has. And Cole, he likes rolling teaches. He likes do, boom, play. And I'm like, I hate that way to teach. And so I asked them, what would you recommend for a live teach? Because I'm thinking having everybody there in person, it would be a better idea to get everyone playing as soon as possible, right? Because they're waiting to play as opposed to you guys are just watching us, and that's a little bit different. And so what they recommended was go over the 2-round little like walkthrough, but explain why it is that you're doing it, and that usually is enough to get people going. So I'm going to try that, and that's always fun. Like, don't try a new dish on a holiday when you cook. So don't try a new style of teaching in front of a live room, right? So here we go. Yeah, it'll be just fine. So all right, here we go. Blue, what you got?
We're doing price, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Blue.
4.
You're down to 4. All right.
Yeah.
Green.
I have to commit to
Going
that.
up 3 all the way.
Yup.
Whoa.
Yellow.
All
Up
the
one.
way,
Break it up.
baby.
I'm sorry, yellow.
Black. I'm just going up 1.
Red?
And then red.
Up 1.
1.
Okay, so here we go. Blue's
So-
first. Black and red. Black will go second.
Yeah. So we'll do that.
Red will go third.
Then you guys will go.
And then, wow, somehow
Last.
Jess goes before me.
Yay!
This is the first time she hasn't been
Slow
running
down
away
on
with
turn
this.
4.
First game she hasn't run away with. True.
You
True
gave
story.
them all my secrets when you taught it. That's why.
Hashtag good teacher.
Yes.
Okay, so producing goods. What you guys got?
Blue.
12. 11. 11.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I covered 4, 10, and I get a bonus for that one. So it's 11 for me too.
Uh-oh.
Okay. All I'm saying is I'm glad black isn't over here.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
So 1, 2, 3, 4,
Yeah.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9. A measly 9.
So I covered 3, 2 out, so 5, 6, 7, 8, and I have 1 from last round.
And I covered 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I just don't think that's going to be enough to get it done. 3, 4, 5. I'm hoping this 12-point pattern
It's gonna
comes
be
in here.
close.
I think it might be the
Yeah.
closest game that we've played of this thus far, in
Yes.
all seriousness. All right, so we go into factories. Doesn't matter.
No.
So
Shall we
again,
skip
yeah. So we're gonna skip this. So just a reminder, Ivan has said on BGG that they have an expansion coming, maybe around Christmas, maybe sometime after that. Something to do with these for the last round to make that a viable step. That said, logistics. Sorry, technologies. Sorry.
Technology.
Blue, you're up.
0. So, black, you're up.
I have 1, but it's not gonna matter for anything, right? So
So,
I'll just skip.
red, you're up.
2, so with gaming, that can give me batteries. So, somebody throw that in for me.
Oh, batteries.
Sorry,
Yep,
yeah,
got it. Okay.
Yeah, getting that early is help.
And I'm going to put 1 here, which brings me into this.
Which now triggers anything else?
And then it's minus, but I had 2 for this. I'm just going to throw 1 here because I want to.
Because the -1.
Yes, because the minus 1.
Oh,
Because I was there.
Because hey, I want credit. I like credit.
Matters.
It matters.
That's awesome. Red, did you sell this last turn? Did you?
Oh, yeah, I did sell
You
that.
did?
Yeah,
Okay.
sorry.
All right, cool. So I'm up, right? Done. Okay.
Nice.
Okay. Logistics.
Go ahead.
Blue.
So I got 4, which means I can move to China if I so choose. And I so choose.
No.
That could be a big move.
Yeah.
Oh no, what
Oh,
happened?
is it
Yeah,
coming?
glory to Rome.
Good sir.
If only I had some goods to sell.
Oh, goodness. In
That was
China,
dirty.
China sells cheap,
snuck in that one. I was
so
wondering how you
you got a
connected there.
lot
That
to
was
go
dirty.
over there.
I didn't see.
No, but you
It's,
I didn't see it.
cheap goods.
yeah, it's from a little far away on the
That's
board.
what China
Yeah,
does.
but you know what?
Might come in
At least I'm selling one there.
One,
That's all
yeah,
I'm saying.
one
At least
in
I'm
an
selling
extra
one.
region, that is
All right,
true.
black logistics.
Oh, black. I have 4 steps. I have to decide what I'm going to do. Sell for 4. All right. Well, might as well. I might move to a.
Ooh, thank you.
Like,
Might give us both one extra
Great.
point there. Right? And then I have 2. I don't think anything except 2 is on the board. So
Yeah, you went to Caribbean.
I could go there. Why not? Okay. There you go.
I mean, it's not a great option.
Well, it might give you a point though. I might not want to do that. Right? If I'm not going to go down there.
So, ooh, Caribbean.
So let's see. You have battery. Yeah. I don't think Caribbean's in my plans. I'll put my stuff over in India just for the heck of it, and that'll be it for black.
All right, red.
So I have 4. Could go to the U.S. Really hoping black was going to be greedier, though. So I don't think that's actually going to help me very much.
4 or 3?
Well, I have 3 plus the battery.
Oh,
for the
gotcha. Yeah,
battery.
yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I really like the battery power thing.
let's
Yeah.
just go to India,
No.
Is that-
and I got an extra step. So here you go.
All right.
You
Okay. Green.
built the foundation.
All right, I have choices to make. I'm gonna go into the Caribbean.
Well, good
That's
thing
gonna
I didn't.
happen.
Thank you.
I don't know why, because you're gonna. Well, I can at least sell at the 7.
No, you
Oh
can't.
no, I can't. God damn you. That's not fair.
That's why I
It's
said
not
thank you.
real. I just invoked the Lord.
Oh,
right.
thanks, Franny. Yeah, if you guys are enjoying this, like and subscribe and
So I can
pledge
go up there
HC.
too.
It's down there in the
You can't sell for
corner.
batteries, which
I'll
definitely
figure out
gives
how to
me a
position.
place. This one also lets me down here,
Down there.
but I don't have.
PledgeHC.com.
I
If you want
have
to support the show.
4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4.
It's tough.
It is. So I can get up there, and then I only have 2 left, which gets me to Canada. Are there any other 2s on the board?
RSA.
I can't get to RSA.
Why not?
Good.
Oh, I can from the
Oh.
Emirates.
You can.
Yeah.
And black
I'm black.
doesn't have battery.
There's no
There's
battery.
no battery.
But they also
That's
don't
the only
have
thing you don't
battery.
have.
Can you get to? Nope.
Human
Yeah.
affectation asks, does
But
anyone
you
know?
have Wi-Fi and touch, and he can't do the prices at all. I mean, it's only worth 2 points, but
How can you not do the prices? He
I
has
have.
that.
Well, I have both of those.
Yeah, he has
He's
both those
one of
things.
those.
He's going. Yeah.
oh, you're going first.
I'm
Yeah.
first in terms of
Yes,
I'm paying
that's
attention.
the issue. I was there. Oh,
Human affectation asks, does anyone know how someone would go about getting their hands on a copy of this game? My best suggestion, one of 2 things. Either post on BGG and say, hey, I watched the Heavy Cardboard stream, want it, how do I get a copy? Or send them an email and say the same thing.
Yeah, because I looked up beforehand, because immediately I was like, okay.
I'm going to go deep.
They said something about pre-orders being closed, so.
2.
Well, welcome to Canada.
It's worth it. I can at least sell one there.
It's gonna be
Back, and I have one left, so I'll do that.
All right.
Credit.
So for me, I have a total of 3. The purpose of this
thanks.
3 was originally to come down here to Australia because I know I can get that. I might be able to get 2 of those. I'm also, there's Wi-Fi. I don't know how many black is going to do, how much they're going to fight over a few points, whereas they have bigger dogs out there. So that was my thinking on Australia, and I'm the last one, so I figured thinking out loud here is a good idea. Over here, if I go CIS, I'm after red. Red would go 1 there. Red's on Wi-Fi 2, but again, and red's not in. Yeah, he is in more areas. I think I'm going to stick to my plan here, though, and go Australia, because, again, I think that black, even though he has a ton of goods, I think he has bigger fish to fry because he's in far more areas, and he's on some really high point locations, so I'm thinking at least. So we'll see how it goes.
Saw those goods.
Won't have to wait long.
So-
Nope.
Blue, you're up.
All right, Blue. Spread your phone.
You've been
See
thinking
this
about this. I
massacre.
know. You're in this. All right.
Wait
Three
and
up
see
here.
mode.
Nope, not that one.
Oh, thank you. I just
Yep.
put it on.
Okay.
He's like, oh, move it anywhere else.
I'm trying to buy it.
Three's majority there, because can yellow get 4? No.
flooding the market with
Red,
their cheap
can you
phones.
Get 4?
I can get 2 there in China, but I
And red
I
can only
take
get
whatever's
3.
left over.
So that's fine. Red can only get 3. Don't worry about that.
Yeah. Achoo.
No,
I don't know what you're talking about there, Kimberbell. And I send my non-genuine apologies to your husband then, because she said earlier that he doesn't appreciate how long her wish list has grown for games due to the stream. So
Yes.
sorry, not sorry. But I would
Informed decision making. You
I
need to
would
know.
suggest that you present it to him that, you know what? Think of all the games that you wouldn't enjoy that you may have bought had you not seen these.
Yes.
So we're saving you
Mistaken
money.
Investments could have happened.
Okay.
Before I pass it on to Black, my logic here is that this is the most amount of points I can possibly get.
I see it.
Not just because I'll get, the majority, but because I'll also block people out, which...
Net points. Sure. All right, Black.
I didn't think of
See
that
if my
in
logic-
depth, so we'll see.
See if my logic makes
I'm
sense.
also really far behind, so...
I think the biggest
19 points isn't really.
It is when...
When this goes up to 500, either we're all playing horribly
Yeah.
or in a 5-player game, lower
I
scores.
think it's because it's cutthroat.
So that would give me majority there, I think. That's the biggest point total.
Sorry about that, guys.
Oh,
Cough.
yep. I missed that.
And then
But that's still... I'd rather the 3 points there.
we give, you still have 3.
Yep.
How to spread my things around. I can potential 3 in Australia.
Well, you probably
Have a
want the free
potential
point
5
here.
Yeah, I'm gonna go all in on
Wait, hold on.
RSA.
Hold on.
No, just one, I'm
I
saying.
didn't do my math wrong. You can't put that there.
Oh yeah, you know
okay.
batteries.
So
yeah.
second place only there. Thank you.
I'm like, wait a minute.
I just thought, oh, I have all of them up to there.
Like, how did I math this wrong?
I tried.
I have 3 points there. And I can get fight for second in the USA. Emirates is my, let's see, I can do 1, 2. And that's all I need to do there.
You could go one more.
I could, but I don't need to yet.
You could
That'll-
go one more.
That'll lock me in there.
You could go one more.
No. I don't know what this might do. I have to go to Australia.
Again, you say this "I have to" thing. I don't think that means what you think it means.
We're
It's-
getting a lot of Australia mentions at least. Let's see. And yellow is in 4G and Wi-Fi. So I think I'm protected there.
No, Brant's still the newest one. Australia.
Australia.
Malkovich.
Let's see.
Yeah, say heavy cardboard or Davis 3 times in the mirror.
Nothing.
Davis appears. Just comes in. Hey, welcome to Heavy Cardboard.
You're just smiling.
That'd be really creepy.
I'm selling for 6, so I have to sell there.
How many you have
I
left?
have 2 more. I still have my backup plan down there.
There you know.
Andrew's dying over here.
Just,
Why?
like I should have
do you
either been slightly
good?
greedier or slightly less
Yes.
greedy. Like,
Yes.
I have
Yes.
this here. I have Australia. There's.
You have this.
I can throw them on the board anywhere. I'm wondering
Just
if the
do
majorities
what
matter.
you're- yeah.
Well, second place in USA matters.
I think. Yeah. Thank you. I think. Will that count? Yeah.
For 2
Yes,
there,
it
yeah.
will. For For sure.
Because she doesn't have 4
For sure.
Well, you could always take one here and put it over there.
Just to reinforce.
Just could.
You can stop.
Okay, all right,
I
Red,
think the
you're
black
up.
player's gone.
All right. Well, what's left?
North Africa. You can
So do two. Yeah, two in North Africa. I could put up to 3 in India.
put a single one here.
Yeah, that would make sense. Here.
Where does it have
I guess
to
they're
go
going to
first?
7.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Yellow and red are the only ones that really are kind of hard to see, I think.
Yeah, 2 definitely
well-
should go here. 2, I put 3 in India. I can put 3 in China for second. That would be everything.
If you put 2 in India, you get first there.
Right.
Is it worth it not getting second in China, though?
Well, I can get second in China with 3.
Oh, you can get second in China with 1.
Well, I'm assuming Edward's going to try to fill up whatever I don't.
Oh, you have to put 2 there.
Here, 2 will lock it in.
Yeah, so we'll put at least 2 in China.
Which two?
We'll have to be gaming and batteries.
It does not.
Oh, you don't
Does
have to.
Well, hold on. Actually, let me clarify one
Oh.
thing.
Not in
Actually,
the
that's a really
text, it
good.
didn't-
Let me.
text.
Oh, it's
Okay,
got.
you can
Hold
pick
on.
the
I
technology.
believe it does say important. The goods are always placed on buyers in a region from left to right.
Oh.
You cannot place on purple buyers while ignoring red buyers if the price is right. But it does say left to right,
Okay.
so I would say yes, you do
Yeah.
have to do that. Okay.
Because
Okay.
cheaper technologies, too. Well, batteries not cheaper than games.
No, that's what.
But it says left to right, so go with it.
Yeah, 2 in India. So I have to go on the 6 in the gaming. And I've got 2 left. I don't know if, does it really matter?
I mean, you can sell in CIS.
I can.
You can sell in China.
And you can sell in Europe.
Yeah, Europe doesn't matter. I could put in CIS just to prevent you from putting the Wi-Fi
Or
thing
you
there.
could. Right. Yeah.
But like, are you gonna do that?
Yeah, I'm in third place no matter what there. So.
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything.
I don't think it matters.
Well, if
Europe
you do here, it just
doesn't do
means she
anything.
can't block. She can't put one down.
Oh, that's true.
Oh, you block out
That's
the
actually-
players from
yeah,
selling.
that's
I
actually
mean, that's the
reasonable.
reason you would put
Right.
them out
Okay,
on the
good point.
board.
Yeah,
But
so-
she also has NFC. so-
Yeah, I mean, whatever.
Yeah, we're in the know now with NFC.
One more?
We'll just throw 1 more in CIS.
And are you on?
NCIS.
Yes.
Yeah.
There we go. And Jess,
Wouldn't you want to do the same thing to Edward and block him from placing? That you just did
it
to
probably makes
Oh,
sense.
yeah, that makes sense. Yes.
That's a good
Yes.
point.
me? Or just do it to me, that's fine.
There was a lot of talk before the game.
We didn't coordinate, but we did psychically link up.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were like,
Apparently.
last round, we're gonna go first. That's great.
Yeah. Nothing there? Okay. Battery.
Yeah, it's 10 points. You're welcome.
You can go 1 there.
I know.
Okay.
I'm
You're moving left to right. I
systematically
gotcha.
moving across
Sorry.
the board.
All right.
That
should've-
is
I
what
should've
Take
I
care,
do.
John. Thanks for modeling for
That's 10
the
points
cover.
I just gave her.
Not really, but
2 points.
Well, 10 because she can place it.
I cannot.
Oh, because you couldn't have otherwise placed it.
Yep.
I can't place it.
Oh.
No. I'm saying if I had put
But
mine
could you
in the
have-
battery.
But you would have had to put on the 7 first, right?
You might have lost something else.
Oh, you're right.
So
Never
you
mind.
would have had to put
That's-
2
that's
there
why
to
I
block
didn't
it.
do That's why I didn't do it.
Yeah. So 2 goods I can't place. That is it.
all right. So for me, I'm going 1, 2, 3. Doesn't matter. 4, and it doesn't matter, but I would like to service the customers because that's the way heavy cardboard rolls. There. I'm not on batteries. No Wi-Fi. I got that. And this bad boy goes.
You're up. Fill it up.
Yes. I get my 1. You know what?
Your long shot.
Is there any? I can't.
No.
Oh, yes, there is.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, I'm
Can you
not on
sell?
any of those.
Oh.
That's so gross.
Oh.
Oh, that's a free 2 points.
Oh, that's terrible.
Oh.
No.
Wow, yeah, there isn't anywhere for second you can get.
Oh, all right. All right, we go into scoring. Blue,
Scoring.
you're up. What do you got?
So it was 11 at 4. That's 44.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
And then I got majority in Europe, so that's 6. Majority here, it's another 5, 11. Majority here, that's another 5, 16. Majority here, that's another 5, 21.
Well done.
Wowzers.
21.
Oh,
199.
Ah!
All right, so
That's
Black,
worse than
you're
losing.
up.
You calculate the final scores. How many did I? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 times 6, so 66.
That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6.
All right. Now we're going to add 2 for Canada.
Okay.
And then second here, another 2.
Okay.
And 1 here, 5.
Yep.
First here, so that's 9.
Yep.
And second here, so that's 12. And first in Australia is 15 more.
10, 2. There we go. So, literally, leader in the clubhouse. Blue or is Black. So, Red, you're up.
Sold 9 at 6. That's 54.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Let's see. Second in North Africa.
Okay. Hold on. So, second here is 2.
First in India.
That is 5 total.
Second in China.
7 total.
And first in CIS.
9 total.
I think that's it.
9. So that's 10 and back 1. Okay. Then Green, you're up.
7 times 8.
That's 56.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Back 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
And then I think I only have second in Emirates.
And first in Caribbean.
Oh,
2. So that's 4.
yeah.
There. And yellow. So I sold. Nope. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 at
8.
At 8. So
56.
You have
Thank
it in
you.
your screen there.
Oh yeah,
didn't wanna
right.
look.
56. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hey Jess. Nothing. 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 Done. All right. So now we go into final scoring. So starting back of the bus. Green, do you have any patents?
18 points.
18. So that's
Oh.
2 and add 16 puts her tied with Red. And Green now is there. Then yellow, I have 12. 2, 10. All right.
Move
And
yourself to 200.
I have
Oh,
6.
I have 8.
8 for Red. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 leader.
Ooh, and another
Until-
6 for Black.
And 6 for Black.
All right.
There we go. So
Very close.
Chris wins at 229. Andrew in second, 224. Jess a solid third all by herself at 216. Hashtag pretty damn good teacher at 210. And Greg, thank you for playing. All right.
That's great.
All right. So Smartphone Inc. Why don't we start with that side of the table? And yeah, thoughts on the game, thoughts coming in, and how it ended up, or however you want to do it. Go for it.
The decision space is interesting. You can fall into a trap by trying to synergize with the minus ones, I think.
Oh, with the improvements.
The extra goods.
Okay, got it.
Specifically with the GPS one.
Oh, you're talking with that right there, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
gotcha.
I was like, I'll get low, I'll get a bunch of goods, and be no problem. But the problem late game, keeping up with that, because I didn't have any of these left to compensate, the plus, rather, meant that, yeah, I'm producing 12 goods, but so is everybody else, and I have no way of turning that 5 into an 8.
Gotcha.
Uh,
So focus too much on being the producing too many goods at not enough high enough price.
Yep. If I had produced some rounds at 5, like this round, if I had just stuck to 5, taken one less good, I don't know. It could have been the difference, I think, between last and second to last.
At least.
But
Really good teacher. All right.
yeah.
But
The game itself is good. It's just I fell into a trap with the game.
okay. But
It
now
gives you
know,
things
right?
to decide next time, right?
Exactly.
Again.
How about you, Chris?
I was surprised that this didn't trip me up, the programming on the pad. I did, when we were figuring out the pad, most of the time I just stared at the board and figured out what did I want to do,
Okay.
right? And I think I was able to just make this work for me no matter what. I don't think, it was like, come up with a general strategy, maybe I want that technology and a bunch of goods. So I went with this early to save my goods from round to round so I wouldn't fall into any trouble with that. And I think I was surprised how much of the decision lied on the board before even touching the
Okay.
little pads.
Right.
It was fun manipulating them, and yeah, I think it's cool.
You enjoyed it?
I enjoyed the game. I think after you kind of set your course, there's kind of an optimal way to go forward. I didn't feel too bumped into by other players, even though it looks like a big mess out here on the board. I think I tried to keep my price a little lower for most of the game, which helped with that. But I kind of player to my left was obviously going very low, so I kind of had a little bit of wiggle room there, right?
That makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, but I think after you kind of made your plan, the next steps kind of fell into place. No matter
Okay.
whether you got blocked or not, there's an obvious place where I'm going to sell my goods that'll get me the most points, I think.
Okay.
So maybe more strategy thinking in the beginning, and then kind of the round just
Plays out
plays
how
out
you
kind
already
of
planned
how
it.
I've already
Gotcha.
planned it, yeah.
How about you, Andrew?
Yeah, I think I agree that like the pad manipulation was actually more intuitive than I thought it would be. It made a lot of sense, and I mean, so in the beginning I was kind of like, I don't know what I'm doing. So like the starting improvement, I had a truck on it, so I was like, all right, I'm just gonna focus on trucks. Let's see what happens, and that actually worked out pretty well for a while. And I think there was a lot like the price stuff, like that last turn made a huge difference because I was deliberately trying to like go before you, and I couldn't make it work. But like if I'd gone, because I had gone one price, like we'd gone at 5 and gone before you, before I'd gone at 7, a little higher, and made more money. Like I might have been able to squeak it out, but like it just was the exact wrong number. But it was super close, and I think that was like I was worried there would sort of be a runaway leader at some point, but it never felt that way.
There was in our first game, but I think because all of us were just fumbling our way through it, Jess just crushed, and we didn't know how to counter it. And I think you guys, with me letting the cat out of the bag a little bit and talking about what it is that she did that crushed us, you guys actually kind of, not really collaboratively, but you made sure that she wasn't going to be able to just pound high prices the entire game. And because if you don't sell them, it doesn't matter what they're priced at if you don't sell.
That's pretty much the only counterplay that I could do was, well, if I can't sell them high, I'll cut them off from selling any at all. And it paid off a little bit. I think honestly my strategy of knocking everyone down is what kept it a cluster that was close.
Yes, absolutely.
But it also prevented me from winning.
Right, you punish yourself too much in the process.
Yeah.
So give it the team. Good job.
Yeah.
Right.
So how about you? Now this is what, 4 games?
Yes.
Under our belt.
Yeah.
And you can go ahead and say whatever you want because we're going to be reviewing this on the podcast next week, actually. So.
Yes, that too. No, this is a very different game with so many more goods on the table than there had been before. There were a lot of options as long as you went into technology in the games I played before. You had a lot of places to go in. It was tight, but not this tight. But that I like about it, that it's played differently each time. Depends on the strategies people go for. And even with The only thing changing in tech is switching them to the advanced mode. That still changed it up a lot. I mean, that's different from what I've played before too, is what's out there, because we flipped a couple of those. So that changed it up a lot.
Yeah, it was definitely a lot more competitive, which I enjoyed very much more so. My one real big question about this game, though, overall, I will say that I enjoyed it more tonight than I have in my previous plays across the board. The first play, when we were going through, I was like, yeah, I'm really digging this. And by the end of it, I was like, I'm not sure. We did play one thing wrong, but I don't think that made a huge
Yeah,
difference.
it didn't.
Basically, it was discarding these.
We played hard mode.
When you don't discard these, you produce a whole lot more goods. But my one real big apprehension is it deterministic? Because kind of like what you alluded to earlier, Chris, is exactly it. Okay, you've done your pre-programming on the pads, and now, okay, where is everybody in price structure? Okay, it becomes non-decisions.
Right.
And that's my big concern is, okay, yes, was it smart for Andrew to block out Jess and block out me? Yes, that's better to not to make it to where we can't sell up here instead of going here. Why not block us out, right? Especially since you were the leader at that point. So my question is there enough on the programming and the metagaming? Okay, I think that kind of like what happened with you two as far as the pricing goes. Well, you wanted to go before Chris. You knew it was going to be really important. Well, you could have.
I could have.
But you didn't.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And that's, at that point.
Then the game was over right there.
Right, exactly.
And
Like
if I go
the game
too
was
low,
decided.
then I risk losing. Yeah.
And it becomes a judgment, right? Which I'm cool with. But the rest of the round just is acting out the decisions that have already been made. Is that a problem? I don't know. But that's kind of where it's kind of missing a little bit for me, I'll be honest. Again, I know Ivan is talking about some things for an expansion, but again, I'm just talking about the base game in this. I'm curious, do you guys feel the same, or am I overthinking this and being too critical?
Absolutely. I mean, I didn't have options. I realistically didn't have options once I got to a certain point of the game. Because even as soon as I know that I'm going first, my only option is spread out as much as I can.
But you're still impacting the game a lot there, because I'm making decisions, you're blocking me.
Sure, but
Yeah.
now that I've decided that I'm going to do this wide sweep across the thing, it now goes to the second player, and now their decisions are cut in half.
That's true.
Yeah. Right.
Whatever choices they had. But even then, you knew before I even put anything down that I was going to block America,
Yep.
I was going to block Europe, I was going to block China. And
Hence these technologies, though, to kind of have a backup plan, somewhere to go if you do that.
sure, but I don't know if that's worth relying upon, because in the meta forms, well, do I race for the technologies first and get the extra points, or do I try and just screw that and go and cut and sell everything I can as fast as I can?
Yeah. Decisions you have to make.
But
It's
once you've made that decision, though, the game no longer has decision spaces,
Right.
and we just have to act out the next.
It felt like
Right.
felt like to me like taking a test in school. Right? I'm sitting here thinking, what should I do? What's everyone gonna do? What's my best decision? And then at some point, I'm just gonna turn it in and get graded.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right?
Right.
And
See
to
what
see
happens.
what happens.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And so that I like feeling tension in a game, and the tension was, what am I gonna do? What's everyone else gonna do? And then once I decided, I'm not gonna change this anymore. Just sit back and watch.
Exactly. So all the decision, essentially, not all, but the overwhelming majority of the decisions are before the round begins. And then there's a little bit of decision, right? So non-decision. Okay, which tile do I take for next round? Okay, valid. Which technology? Sure, right?
And this ended up going quickly in the beginning.
Right.
So
And then here, logistics. Okay, but as the game goes on, you're limited, right? But then again, you're planning for stuff. So there. And then the question is, right here at the selling, how many questions really are there?
There seems to be a right answer.
I mean, I think it depends on your
Right,
turn
right.
order.
But,
Right,
but
yeah.
this has been determined by this step, which has been determined by this step, which has been determined by this
Maybe
step.
not entirely, but I think there's more of it here than I want. I think I'm not 100% sure, which is a good sign that here I am 4 plays into the game, and I still am like, I don't know. And
There's
so,
still competition in decision making though, because like looking at this board right now as you all are talking, I'm realizing if I hadn't placed this here, if I'd realized this route goes over here and I did my 3 there, that would have forced Andrew to come up here and place more up here, which would have impacted your score. So even though you're saying like, oh, well, this does this, that last round I could have impacted that, and I missed it.
okay, fair point. And that's good. I'm glad to hear that not everybody is carte blanche. Yeah. You're right. No, I don't want to be right in this case, because if I am, then
Yeah.
But if I'm not, then there's more game here and there's
Yeah.
more depth to the game than what I'm seeing thus far.
There's decisions to be made. They're just all front loaded, I think.
I think
Yeah.
the majority are front loaded.
Right.
I think we all agree on that.
And I
at
do
least.
enjoy that feeling of, removing your cover and just being like, oh God, like I made a huge mistake.
Yeah. All right, cool. So yeah, overall, 4 plays in, I'm enjoying the game.
It's fun.
Yeah. We've played the game so far at 4 and 5. I'll be honest, I think it's best at 5. We haven't played it yet at 3. That will happen before the review. So listen to the podcast next Thursday. So was that a week from tomorrow to find out about that. But yeah, overall, positive first impressions. It sounds like overall,
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a fun game.
good way to spend a few hours, right?
Absolutely.
Cool. All right. So that said, thanks everybody for watching. Really appreciate it. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed this. If you want to go a step further, go to pledgehc.com and support the show there. Really would appreciate it. Other than that, let's see. Today's Wednesday. So we're going to PAX Unplugged. And so we'll be there this weekend. And then the live teach on Friday. Heavy Cardboard Meetup Friday night right after that. I'm on a panel at 4:30 on Saturday for deep cuts or obscure games and talking about that with Cole Worley, Andy Mesa, and Rand Lemley. And then back to HCHQ for the foreseeable future after that. No more cons. This is the end of it. And I'm really, really glad that's coming to an end. So thanks everybody here joining. Thanks everybody at home. I'm Edward.
Jess?
Andrew.
Chris.
And Greg.
All right. Y'all have a wonderful evening. We'll catch y'all next week. Tuesday, Great Western Trail with the expansion. Take care, everybody.